Hello. Good evening. Twin Minds here. No singing along, kitty. We're doing Draugen tonight. At least I'm hoping that's how that's pronounced. This is listed as a fjord noir. And it is a mystery searching for a lost sister in Norway, 1923. I don't honestly know how spooky this is going to be, but it is listed as a psychological mystery, so it's still in theme. Howdy, Sparkle. How you doing? And the music is purty. So this is at least one of the writers, or the writer behind this was one of the writers in The Secret World, among many other things, which had some fascinating writing in it when I last played. So I'm curious how good that's going to be. I suspect very is the answer to that. My face is very well lit despite the spooky lighting. It's this monitor right here. This one. Not the game one. This one. That's very bright. If you just go... But I can't see shit. Alright, we're gonna leave it as is, and I will just be my radiant glowing self. There we go. Chill, light, chill. Alright, music is crescendoing, but that's fine. I think I'm gonna leave the audio levels as in until they become a problem, because I kinda like the louder music, especially since we're going for atmospheric. I say as we immediately go film grainy and black and white. Perfect. If it becomes a problem, we'll change it. It is hard to hear me right now? Okay. Which is interesting because with the levels that I see in OBS show my voice easily 10 to 15 decibels higher than the music. But that doesn't really matter. It's been that way every time someone has said it's hard to hear me. So we're gonna just chill music. Maybe a little bit there. Of course, the music stops as soon as I do that. Connectivity. This ain't an online game. This is a single-player game. Whatever, it's fine. Howdy, Hiffenpunk. How you doing? Let's just get into it. I don't know exactly what to expect out of this. I don't expect it's going to be spooky or jump scary. I think it's more going to be messing with your mind a little bit, and I'm all in on that kind of horror. So let's do it. I like the weird little creepy symbol too. Day one.
The water's cold.
It's a fjord. You're not going swimming.
Boo. You're such a wet blanket, teddy bear.
You know I don't like it when you call me...
Edward Charles Harden, Esquire.
Will you promise to behave on land?
Don't I always?
Lissy, promise.
I like her already.
Piffle and
She's
Fonus
sassy.
Balonus, Teddy. You ought to know better than to ask.
Piffle
Yes,
and Fonus
I'll
Balonus.
I'll be a proper young lady. I shan't run or climb things or laugh too loud or call anyone old bean. Aside from you. So, do you think we'll find your Betty in, what did you call this village? Gravewick?
The Gravik.
Grovik. Yes, I do.
Why here? What's so special about Greywoke?
She never said, but knowing my sister, something drew her here.
It's
But how
pretty.
can you know?
I just do.
Ooh.
In her letter, she wrote
But
about...
that's months
Pretty.
ago. She could have gone anywhere.
Without writing, or telegraphing her editor in New York, she wouldn't do that. Betty's...
The cat's pajamas, the bee's knees, Little Miss Perfect.
Alice, you're talking about my sister.
Fine. I'm sorry. Elizabeth Sidarb. We all love her dearly. And Teddy Bear. Edward. We will find her. Betty's fine. Why, we'll see her as soon as we get to shore. She'll shower you with kisses and berate you for coming all this way from Hanover, Massachusetts to the middle of positively nowhere Scandinavia way just to chase
Norway.
her down. And everything will be Jake, old fruit. Is
The
that
lingo.
it?
The
Is that
lingo.
Groove Woke? It looks so peaceful
Oh, party.
and beautiful and so desolate. Like a place built for ghosts.
Finally. I don't think I could do this for much longer.
Has he been rowing from Massachusetts?
Can't you row any faster? I'm getting frightfully bored.
How about you take over, Alice?
You slay me, Teddy, old bean. Was that thunder?
Still distant. The boat will be in safe harbor by the time the weather arrives.
So you say. But I say put your back into it, because we're sitting ducks out here. Quack, quack.
Quack, quack. Ooh, Turkey Day dinner. Yeah, that's right. Happy Turkey Day to all of my my Canadian friendos. That is right.
It's so quiet. Where is everyone?
Probably working. I know it's a foreign concept to you, but that's something normal people do.
Hardy har har.
The Fretland farm is up the hill somewhere.
Up where?
Somewhere. I don't know. Somewhere. So what have we here? We have.
Where's the farm?
I don't. Oh, I was supposed to point. Haha. That way.
I believe it's that farmhouse, all the way at the top.
Hot dog! Let's ankle!
Hold on. Let me read the letter from Mrs. Fretland first.
I'll meet
and-
you up there, old sport. I want to explore. Last one's a skunk's tail.
Ah, go have fun.
Be careful. The ground's muddy. You could slip and fall.
See you in 2 shakes.
Bye. She's gonna be dead. Oh.
Dear Mr. Harden, we would like to extend an invitation to visit our home. Trouble to hear of your sister's disappearance. No news to share. You'll find our farm on top of the hill. I hope I got that right. Look forward to seeing you here in October. Yours faithfully, Anna Fretland. Well, I'm here.
I feel like there's a lot more to that letter than he just read.
Did you make it to Grovik, Betty? And why did you pick this forlorn hole under the mountains? Also sprach Zarathustra.
Teddy, are you coming? I'm almost there.
I haven't
On my
started
way.
yet.
Righto. Step to it, teddy bear.
Press F to locate Lizzie.
Where are you?
I'm up at the farm.
Oh, that's a nice mechanic. So if she runs ahead, that's my clue of how to go or where to go next. That's a nice mechanic. I like it. Ostrich turkey breast. Now this is lovely. So, first question, before we go any further, is everyone able to hear everything appropriate? Also, hi, Bloody Beer Man, how you doing? Are the voices loud enough? Am I loud enough? Is the game loud enough? Is Lizzie too sassy for everyone? I can't run. Alright. This is a slow boat, apparently. Fretland Mining Company AS. Hello? Fretland? I feel like exploring too wildly is going to cause problems. I'm gonna go straight to goals. I like Lizzie. She's great. I like her a lot so far. Oh, hey. Intro credits. So we're supposed to be just walking forward. Okay. Frederick Fretland and Son. Sky Bennett as Alice, aka Lizzie. Okay, we'll rest. That was a tough journey from the shore to here.
Are you coming?
Just taking a break.
Hurry up. Storm's getting closer.
I'm old and frail. Leave me alone. This is just delightful. My natural tendency is to hold shift to run, so I'm holding shift constantly and it's not happening. Look at this place. This place is lovely. I'm gonna rest again because I'm old. And apparently this thing is heavy. Look at this. This is delightful. You know what? I was expecting this to be spooky. But so far, I could just sit here and just stare at this all day. This is nice. It's a lovely view. Got a nice little log bridge over a cool running stream. We've got lovely sunset coming down with some gentle mist coming off the mountaintop. That's great. Hello, Sparkle. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. I might need to turn those up for spooky time, because they are not nearly loud enough to cause me any heart palpitations. Lead designer, Quentin Pan. Appreciate you, Quentin. Oh, he let out a little sigh. That's a nice little attention to detail. Yeah, let's rest again. Chilly tits, lady. I'm coming as fast as I can. Okay. Is that the way I'm coming? I know. I thank you for answering my question. I appreciate that. I already forgot the button to call for her. Was it Control? Was it F?
Lissy!
There she is.
I'm waiting for you at the farm.
Now we have our own little Stonehenge circle here. If this is a properly spoopy game, that is going to come in handy later. Lovely. Okay, Sparkle. Okay. Okay, let's turn up the reactions. First off, that this button. I have almost forgotten how to do this. That's also really bright. See, I turned it down because I don't like being deafened. But I also understand the need for spoops. Oh, I don't... Oh, hang on. Are these loud enough? Those are loud enough. Okay. Here, let's see how that works. There, volumes have been adjusted. I am awake, Demos. It's a shock, I know. Apparently it's hydration time. Alright, Lizzie, I'm coming. Oh, music composed by Simon Poole. Thank you, Simon. This is delightful. I'm resting again. I'm tired. I'm almost there. Hang on, Lizzie.
Seriously?
You're not the one carrying a suitcase.
I like how she's salty that I stopped like right before the end. That thing is neat. I like that thing. Alright. Alright, I'm here.
What took you so long?
I'm not 17.
Nor are you 17. Put some spring into your step, old sport.
Did you see the flag? It's at half-mast. Someone died.
So this is it, huh? Nice digs. But
It
seriously,
does
where is
seem nice.
everyone?
Where is everyone indeed? I don't know.
This is starting to creep me out. They must be somewhere. They can't all have vanished.
Maybe they're inside.
Perhaps everyone's indoors. The rain's picking up.
You first, old bean.
She's so sassy.
Hello? Anyone there? Mr. Fretland? Mrs. Fretland? This is Edward Charles Harden, the American. We've exchanged letters.
Maybe they went on holiday and left the door open. Give it a shake and a rattle.
I can't just barge into their home.
It's not a crime if you're invited.
And we weren't. That's rude. Okay, I'm going in anyway.
I'm coming in. This is Mr. Harden. Hello? Is anyone home?
This house is as empty as a bird's nest in December.
Hmm.
Hey, you want to check out the upstairs?
Why? So we do have subtitles under each question. There's no light coming from upstairs and the house is clearly empty, or Edward already feels uneasy about intruding on his host's privacy. No.
Certainly not. I'm going to sit down and wait for the Fretlands.
Maybe there are extra comfortable chairs upstairs.
I'm too tired to go
I didn't want to
upstairs.
go upstairs anyway. It's creepy.
There must be a sitting room on this floor.
I mean, there's only two directions to go unless you want to go under the stairs. Nope, that is not a choice. How about this way? Hello?
Oh, this is nice. Charmingly rustic. The Boston Beaumont would pay a pretty penny for this setup. I thought foreigners lived differently. This is almost like an American home.
People are people wherever you go.
Thanks, Proust.
Lovely.
Look! Family pictures. They must be the, what did you call them?
The Fretlands. Hasn't seen any photographs of the Fretlands yet, but
It's
it's
on the
clearly
tip of my
them.
tongue.
His familiarity with their host comes only from the letters he's exchanged with Mrs. Fretland.
Our hosts,
No, silly, their names.
Johann and Anna Fretland.
This is honestly not what I'd pictured. They're very presentable. Not at all like turnip farmers.
They're not turnip farmers. That must be Johann Fretland, master of the house.
What makes you think he's the master of anything? It's 1923, Teddy old boy. Women can vote.
Press F when Lizzie is nearby to talk, but we were in the middle of a conversation game. Let's go with daughter.
I'm guessing their daughter is the master of this house. She's cute as a button. I can't wait to meet her. She's guaranteed to be more fun than you.
Fair.
Johann went and found himself a delectable bride.
Alice, please.
What can I say? She's a minx.
Anna Fretland is a respectable woman. Her letter was courteous and professional.
Didn't you say she was a city girl? Must have been awfully hard to adjust to life in the sticks. I can relate.
Hanover isn't the sticks.
Says you. Old Johann's a bit wooden, isn't he? Like someone put a stick up
posing for a
up his
photograph.
rear end. I say, loosen up, Johann. I'm sure you two stiffs will get along famously.
Probably fair.
Betty might be with the Fretlands, wherever they are.
Wouldn't Anna Fretland have written you?
She might have. We left Hanover a month ago.
Wait, is that?
Ah!
Are they? Who's? They're all twins.
Oh.
All of them.
That's Johann and Anna Fretland.
There are two of each, Edward. Two of each.
Frederick and Margaret. Twins marrying twins.
Oh my.
My mind's reeling. This is just too adorable.
May 26th, 1899. They'll be celebrating their silver anniversary next year.
What a find. Almost scandalous.
The flag outside was flying at half-mast.
What does that mean?
Someone died.
I'm not gonna say anything about that. She tried to kill me, by the way.
It'll get dark soon.
Where will you sleep? There must be a guest bedroom.
I'm not using their beds without invitation.
We can disguise ourselves as bedwear. They'll never know we're here.
That's not how that works.
There's the Stave Church.
Do you think that's where they've all gone? Maybe there's a very popular funeral.
The flag was at half-mast, but no sign of life out there.
Where do you think they've gone?
The Fretlands.
The Fretlands, the Hansons, the Jensens, all of them.
I'm sure they'll be back soon.
It's like a dead land.
How did she know
As
any
though
of their
its
names?
soul has departed.
Curious.
You can see the whole village from up here.
Do you want to go sightseeing?
Tomorrow. It's getting late, and the rain's not abating. It's really coming down.
How about a quick run in the rain?
You can't be serious.
You're already a wet blanket, teddy bear. It's not like you'll get any wetter.
So sassy. Someone was
What
burning
are
a
you
book.
looking at there?
A book.
Strange place for a book. Unless it was a terrible book that deserved a good burning. What's the title?
The cover's charred. Christmas 1922. To Ruth. From Simon. Why would someone burn this?
Like I said, maybe it was a terrible book. Is Simon one of the Freddy Landers?
I don't think so. They only have the one daughter.
Curious. Curious. Yeah, she
Did you hear something?
is
No.
sassy.
Must be the wind under the door.
And she will definitely
churning
chew up
sea.
someone's ego.
Or the interminable rain. Or
No, she's
flesh-eating
dancing.
ghouls waiting to pounce.
Alice, honestly.
You're the one who reads Poe to me. Don't blame me for having an active imagination.
Good point. Speaking of active imagination, did I just see something out the window? No. There's a critter. Something lives out there. Huzzah! Our first sign of life besides us. Hello, little deer goat thing. We'll go out and say hi later. Photograph.
Those boys look proud as peacocks. What does it say there? Groovy?
Groovy.
The mine.
Maybe that's where everyone is. Digging for precious jewels in the Stygian abyss.
From what I learned of this place during the brief stay in Ålesund, the iron mine shut down 20 years ago. The mine was only in operation until 1902. They must have lost a fortune. An iron mine wouldn't pay itself off in 5 years.
Can we go spelunking? Perhaps we'll find trolls in the abyss, and we can steal their ill-gotten gold.
There was a cave-in. It'll be unsafe.
Boo.
Frederick and Johann Fretland, founders of the Fretland Brothers Mining Company.
They're the spitting image of each other.
Twin brothers and business partners.
And they married twin sisters. Adorable. Who's the boy? He looks related to the other two.
That's a solid question, and I don't have an answer to that. Fretland brothers. So we're learning things. We have learned that the Fretland man who invited us here, or rather, I think the woman invited us here, and the husband, they were twins that married each other. Don't worry too much about the details. But Fretland Brothers Mining. Now, when we first landed, there was a building that said Fretland Mining Co., and the brothers part was crossed off. So maybe there's some salt in those old wounds, or maybe there is no longer a brother, perhaps? Let's read in order.
Johann Fretland exits Fretland Brothers Mining Company.
So the brothers parted ways?
Johann sold his share to focus on farming.
That must have put a damper on their relationship.
Hello, Scooby. Welcome back. Also, Sparkle, no. The husband and wife were not twins. They were two sets of twins that married each other. Because that makes it better. Howdy, Midnight. Welcome.
Tragic accident befalls the Fretland Brothers Mining Company.
What happened?
The mine collapsed, killing 3 workers, including Arne Fretland, Frederick and Johann's younger brother.
That's awful.
That's who the young one
How
was.
old was he?
19.
He might be the boy in the photograph.
Might be.
Operations were suspended after the accident.
So I missed
Johann
missed it.
Fretland
Hold on.
exits Fretland Brothers Mining Company.
So the brothers parted ways?
Johann sold his share to focus on farming.
Got it.
That
Okay.
must have put a damper on their relationship.
So that explains the Fretland brothers crossed off. Got it.
Foreign investors out of Frederick Fretland's mining company. Dire financial consequences for Fretland, who must have had a difficult time after his brother Johann Fretland pulled out earlier this year.
Johann was smart to exit when he did.
The timing is curious, like he knew something was about to go awry.
Ooh. Suspicious. Alright. Yeah. I mean, we can continue exploring this house. I got no problems with that. Not supposed to, but what you
Betty
say?
would have fallen in love with this house. She adores the rustic.
You're the Betty expert.
She once begged me to buy an entire set of pastoral dining room furniture for the house.
It's not like she's ever there.
Snap. So sassy. Bird. Bird. Hello, second living creature we have seen so far. Hello, welcome. Hi, bird. What's this thing? What's this thing? A knick-knack cupboard or something. Ah, that does. Hi.
Oof, that's a grim sight, old bean.
Grim sight indeed. That was an interesting little
Exhausted.
transition.
And soaked to the bone.
Let's get you to bed.
We'll wait for the Fretlands. It's only courteous.
As we continue to explore their house. Oh, jeez. Okay.
Betty.
Mannequin.
Have you gone screwy again, Teddy? That's not Betty.
Her
That's...
scarf. I'd know it anywhere.
It doesn't look like anything to me. It
She
just
bought it in
looks like...
Bloomingdale's the Christmas before last. When she came home that year, she showed it off, dancing around the sitting room until I got dizzy watching her.
I think you're misremembering. She couldn't make it home that year. Again.
No, you're wrong. I'm sure she was there.
Whatever. It's not like you pay any attention to me when Betty's around.
Oh,
I might
snap.
just as well be a ghost.
I sense some resentment there.
Look, it is her scarf. It even smells like her perfume. Shalimar.
But what if that's
She's
not...
here. I'm finally going to find her.
That's great, Edward, really. I wouldn't want you to get your hopes up. I mean, where's everyone gone to? Something's not right, I'm telling you. Teddy? Edward, what's wrong?
Lightheaded, that's all.
You're having another spell. You know what happens when you exert yourself. Sit down. That's an order from your commander.
Yes. Fine.
Yes, ma'am.
I just need to catch my breath. Just for a moment.
I want you to lie down. Lie down and close your eyes. It's been a strenuous day. What with the rowing and the dragging of the suitcase up the hill.
Well, what if the
I'll keep an eye out. I promise. If they come home, I'll wake you. Now, lie down, close your eyes, breathe deeply.
I'm just gonna pass out now. Yeah, when was the last time you hydrated Teddy?
Elizabeth? Is that you?
Okay.
Betty? Lissy? Lissy, are you here? Lissy! Where are you, Lissy? Where are you, Lissy? Where are you, Lissy? Where are you? Where are you?
So instead of press X to Jason, we have press F to Lizzie. Got it.
Lissy!
Howdy, the one. How you doing?
Lissy? Alice! Lissy? Lissy? Alice!
Alright. I have been commanded to have a treat for myself. We are having strawberry. Actually, let's look out windows and stuff. Looks normal. Extra foggy.
Alice? Hello? Hey,
Hi.
who's there? Betty? Elizabeth? Wait! Alice? Lissy, there's someone outside. It might be Betty. Are you here, Lissy?
Hello?
Are you in here, Lissy?
I'm not even allowed to go that way.
Lissy?
Hello?
Lissy? Are you upstairs?
Not allowed to go that way either. Looks like I'm going outside.
Who's out there? Hello? Betty?
Oh no.
Lissy? Betty?
Anyone?
Alice?
Hello?
Alice, where are you?
It got real spoopy.
I'm not alone.
I mean, that looks less like footprint and more like a horse patty. Just putting that out there. You are ruining the mood, sir. Shush. In fact, sir. Shoot. Gizmo, YouTube. YouTube. Come on. Hit it. Fighting, herding cats. Shoot. Shoot. Away with you. Away with you, wee beasties. I'm done. I'm done. Shoot, 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 shoot. All of the kitties go away. Alright. Which way is my left? Which one's my right? Can't see, it's too dark. Yes, the kitties were in trouble. Okay. Okay. Moment was sufficiently ruined by Gila, and I just contributed to it. Okay. So, back into the spooky, dark fogginess.
I can hear you.
That's called a bird, sir. I do have a shift to run now. This is good. Hi, bird.
Who goes there? Wait! Are you out there, Betty? Can you hear me? Where are you? Elizabeth! Someone there?
Help.
Lizzie? Betty? Alice! Hello?
Good.
Alice, where are you? Betty, is that you? Are you out there, Betty?
Oh, goat
you
just
there,
fell down the
Betty?
mountain. Oh, now we fell down the mountain.
Shit.
Ow. Ow, my ego.
Elizabeth, are you there? Can you hear me? Where are you?
And I made it to the dock? Alright.
The boat, Edward! Where's our boat?
Lizzie.
Edward's not happy with her wandering off on her own after dark. He's certain he saw his sister in the window, but if so, where is she? He's not sure he heard her correctly. What happened to the boat?
Where did you go? Why did you leave me?
It stopped raining and you were sleeping, and our boat, it's gone.
The boat... What? How?
Maybe you didn't secure it properly.
I pulled it up. I don't know. I thought I tied it securely, but... Did you see Betty?
Did I see... What are you talking about?
I think... Betty... It was Betty. It was her. It must have been her. I saw her face in the window, and she vanished into the dark, towards the sea. You really didn't see anyone?
I haven't seen a single soul. Are you sure it was her and
Yes.
not...
I mean, I saw her face, and it looked like her.
Well, if it was her, why did she run away?
I don't...
I didn't see her face. I just saw a silhouette.
It's getting dark. Back to the house. And tomorrow...
Tomorrow's another day, Teddy Bear. We'll figure it out. Right now, let's get you cleaned up. Look at you. You've got mud all over yourself.
Yeah.
And then you really need to sleep. You must be exhausted.
But I
Come on.
just woke up. Okay. Day 2. And back here again. So we never found a bed. Got it. It was the Norwegian kind of cliff where you fall down it regularly and have no problems.
Where are you, Lissy?
This way.
Ah, she's outside. Touch.
I will find you again.
I do find it interesting that we found the shawl and we are now using this mannequin as like a stand-in replacement for Betty. Seems kind of mentally unsound. This is a full game, whether spoopy or not, unknown. It feels like it's probably going to be kind of spoopy. And then we have our man Harry Potter here, who's looking for his lost sister in Norway, having rowed by hand all the way from Massachusetts.
Teddy, come outside. It's a beautiful day.
And we have our exuberant friend. I don't know what she is to us as a character. Her name is Alice, aka Lissy. She is very energetic, very sassy, very rude. I don't know what her relationship is to us. I don't think that's been covered yet. Yeah, he rode all the way here. It's amazing. It's amazing what a man can do whenever he's determined. Are we allowed to come in here? We are allowed to come in here now. However, we don't have our sassy friend to have discussions with, so we're gonna leave. No conversation is complete without her sass.
I just about given up on you ever waking up. Sleep well?
I dreamed of Betty. She was in the garden.
Oh, there you
She
are.
called for me.
Hi.
How about you, Lissy dearest? Oh, you know me, old fruit, wide awake at first light.
The Fretlands didn't come home, did they?
They did not. There's no sign of anyone. Aside from last night's Mistwalker.
I've been thinking about that.
Oh, right.
What?
Still confused about what happened. Was it a dream or
I'd
not?
just woken up. I was groggy and the mist was thick as pea soup. I don't know if I saw what I thought I saw.
You were chasing a ghost?
I didn't get a good look. I'm not even sure there was anyone there.
Oh, there must be someone here. And I'm not talking about ghosts. Or goats. What was it you said yesterday? Maybe they're peeking
Ghost goat.
at us through the windows.
I'll take a gander. The Fretlands will be home soon.
No, goat, not gander.
And Betty's here. I know it. I feel it.
If you say so, teddy bear. Have you had your noodle juice yet?
I'm not rummaging through their cupboards.
You'll be a pill without your tea and toast, old bean. We need to get you sorted.
I'm not hungry. First point on the agenda. Find the natives.
A mission! Hot dog! I'll scout ahead.
And
I'll
off
meet you
she
down
goes.
by those houses.
Let's uncover your secrets, Grovik.
Okay, so we have a map now. So I can't actually point and click. So we have in the upper right hand corner we have the house that we stayed in last night. We have a picture of the shawl farther up. Further down under my face we have the mannequin with the shawl on it. General drawing of the surrounding area, and we have on the far not far, dead center, we have our boat that is crossed out because it apparently did go missing. So what happened last night wasn't entirely a dream. It did happen, and Lizzie did comment on it. So it did actually happen. Whether or not we saw a person, different matter. But it did happen, and our boat's gone. So, yeah. This is the long note. We got the short version read. I don't think I feel like reading the whole darn thing. that we're good? Is that pulled up by MJ? Thanks for telling me, game. Appreciate it. Okay. So she went down that way.
Lissy!
I'm by the village houses.
Perfect. Now, where's that goat? You led me astray last night, goat. I'm gonna have words with you, sir. You tried to get me killed. Goat. Tried to get me killed, goat. I'm mad at you. Also, she, not he. Them's udders. Still, mad at you, goat. Alright. So, are we allowed to explore anything, or is it Lizzie tied? I think it's Lizzie locked. I think if I went anywhere else, we're not gonna get any interaction options. Nope. Okay. Well, let's just follow Lizzie then. She is our energetic spirit guide.
Where are you, Lissy?
Right by the village
That
houses.
Tasty goat. So I'm pretty sure this is gonna come into play. Our own little mini Stonehenge kind of thing. Whatever's going on in this place, that's gonna have something to do with it. Just calling it now.
Up here, Teddy.
What? Up here? Oh, hi. Hello.
Such a beautiful day.
Ah, so bright.
You could bottle and sell this air in Boston. It's frankly medicinal.
It's fall. She's always climbing trees, rocks, and buildings, and it never fails to worry him.
Careful you don't fall.
You suck the fun out of everything, old boy.
We're far from any doctor. I don't want you to hurt yourself.
That's not very likely, is it?
The greater good.
Thought you were scouting ahead.
What do you think I'm doing? Vantage point. Like on a pirate
Here,
ship.
I'm gonna face this way.
I can probably see our house in Hanover from here.
Did you check those buildings?
Knocking on doors isn't a scout's job, old bean.
So your job is to climb and look at things.
There must be someone around.
Only one way to find out, old sport. Did you check all the houses?
Okay, fine. That's my job. Hello? Anyone in here? No. Hello?
Hello? Anyone here?
Why, hello, Mr. American. Please come in for a cup of tea and biscuits.
You're not helping. Also, they drink coffee here, not tea.
Savages. No one home?
Nope. Oh.
Hello? Who's there? Hello? Anyone home? September 21st, 1923. Vi desperate. Lissy, found something here. Escalated from words to stones. Blood has been spilled. The curse haunts us all. There is no hope left in Gudsforlatte. Good God. Right.
Good
In this
God.
God-forsaken place. The death of the Jiminy.
Jiminy.
Death of the children was the end of Grovik. Whatever remained of our souls departed with them. You should see this, Lissy. The letter just trails off. It was never sent.
Ominous letter. And Hafenpunk says the word that was on the front of the door is the Norwegian word for traitor. So whoever was in this house was suspected of being related to the death of the children, perhaps?
Lissy,
I'm right here.
Oh. You didn't answer me earlier, lady.
did you see this door closing?
It was just the wind, teddy bear. You're as skittish as a pussycat. There's one more house. Third time's the charm.
Alright, I guess I'm going to the third house. Were there only ever 3 houses in this place?
Anyone home?
Unless they're playing hide and go seek, I'd say that's a no.
Right then.
3 strikes, you're out.
I don't think anyone's been home for a while. Someone painted the word traitor on one of the doors. And there was a letter. It sounded foreboding.
You did pretty
Well,
good that time.
You were wrong. The villagers are not indoors.
Boat. I'm concerned about the
Still don't
boat.
understand what happened to the boat.
Why don't we investigate? Maybe it's even drifted back to shore by now.
Unlikely. But I would like to know how it got unmoored.
Well, it's a bright and beautiful day, and we have nothing better to do.
What on earth are you doing?
Handstands, Teddy. My record is 2 minutes. I'm working on 3. Just go on ahead. I'll catch up.
Nothing better to do. Got it. Understood. Alright, have fun. God. God. Alright, I guess I'm going down on the boat. I like the roof grass. It's nice roof grass.
How about we don't go back to Hanover and stay here instead?
And how would I survive?
Hunt, harvest, forage. People have survived here for
Ah,
centuries.
hi.
Why can't we?
I wouldn't even know where to begin.
I could learn. I'd start with goats. Goats can be eaten and milked. Probably not in that order.
Fair. Alright, we have a door to knock on. We have things to look at.
Fretland and Son.
How do you figure?
It's on the sign above the entrance. And on this photograph. Frederick and Simon Fretland.
Frederick Fretland.
The older gentleman is clearly Mr. Fretland's twin brother.
Twins are confusing. If this was a dime novel, they'd be switching places at some point to confuse the coppers. Damn you, twins!
Hey, hey, hey. You're right.
Simon Fretland. Frederick's son.
And Johann's nephew. See, I'm getting the hang of this. Simon. Simon. That was the name in the burnt book. So Simon is Ruth's older cousin.
Yes. Wasn't Simon also the one that died in the mining accident? Question mark? Possibly. Hello?
Applesauce.
Why lock any doors? I can't imagine they have a problem with punks and hoodlums.
The sign says they're closed, but I thought maybe... Hello? Are you open?
Oh?
Is anyone there?
Can't you just bust down the door? Locks be damned.
Breaking and entering, I will not. I'll just dislocate my shoulder.
I will not, but also I cannot. And also, they may not have had a problem with punks and hoodlums, but they do now, Missy. She is very much a hoodlum. Papers. Ferry.
The ferry route is no longer operating.
Rats!
Mrs. Fretland already informed me in her letter.
I know. Still warrants a resounding rats.
I wonder
Rats.
why it stopped running.
Look around. How many people live here? 20? 30? That can't be enough for a ferry route.
Things got quieter after the mine closed down.
And
They
all
need
the
to
children
move
died.
on and find something else to put that village on the map. Tobacco farming, maybe.
No, I was not going to take the tumbling route down the mountain. That seemed like a bad idea. I already did that once. That was bad.
The telegraph is out of order.
Well, there goes my plan. NOSOS.
This was 2 years ago, but the notice is still up.
How can it take 2 years to get something like that fixed?
If they couldn't afford it? Or couldn't get anyone to come fix it?
Well, this place really is off the map.
Because the ferry was down.
Here be dragons. Or Draugans, I guess.
ferry would have made the trip here much easier.
And you wouldn't have had to pay that farmer a fortune to rent his boat.
I had no choice.
We should keep his boat. If it comes back. Bring it with us to Hanover.
Do what with it exactly?
I don't know. Grow parsley in it? Use it in the pond? Forget it. Stupid idea.
Yeah. There you go. Stupid idea. Alright, he pities the village, disconnected as it is from the world outside, but he sees the parallels to himself, disconnected from humanity.
It must have been so isolated, with no easy way in or out.
Aren't there boats?
You saw how much work it was to cross the fjord. And if the weather's bad,
It can't be healthy. Being so isolated. Cooped up inside. Reading the collected works.
yeah, all right, I get
This
it.
village is basically Utah.
I said all right.
And then what's this one? Can I click it? There we go.
They had a memorial service for the accident in the mine on July 24th in the village church.
For something that happened 20 years ago?
It still affected their lives. Betty would have taken plenty of constitutionals here. She loves the outdoors.
How so? She's a city girl.
I'm sure she gets tired of Manhattan. And when she was little, she loved playing in the garden back in Hanover, especially around the pond.
Are you alright?
I just miss her.
That was a suspicious pause before the word pond. But
There's no damage to the rope.
I don't know what that means.
Nobody cut it. I guess the knot could have unraveled on its own.
Didn't you say you used a sailor's knot?
I'm a scholar, not a fisherman.
So, who took our boat? A ghost?
ghost. I mean, that's not
a
out
ghost,
of the realm of
then
possibility, the one.
Goat? A goat's row?
Goat ghost. The
Maybe
fjord.
the boat saw an opportunity to be
Trying to read
free
here.
of the yoke of humanity and stole off into the night.
It was
Current.
probably the current that took our boat.
If you say so. But then who were you chasing after last night?
The ghost goat.
Ghost?
I don't know. It was probably all in my head.
Ghost goat.
You'd have thought someone would have seen us by now.
Even if they were all hiding indoors. Maybe there was a spell or curse that made them all invisible.
Honestly, Lissy.
Or maybe we are the invisible ones. But then we would see them, wouldn't we? No, I think my original thesis is more likely.
The villagers turning invisible is the more likely thesis.
Do try to keep an open mind, Edward, darling.
Thanks. Draw? Apparently I'm stopping to draw something. So this is the first real look at our character other than the creepy shot through the mirror. I think this might be one of those moments where it's going to just sit there and be a chill moment until I do something. Alright, fine. As much as I appreciate the chill moment.
The weather's favorable today.
I did a little dance last night, appeasing the weather gods. Thor, in particular, was mightily impressed.
Was he?
Promised to back off with the thunder and lightning for a spell. And don't you know, he proposed to me.
Well,
But I
congratulations.
told him I'm not into gods. I prefer jazz musicians.
Oh. Well, sucks to be Thor then. Let's see. What do we got here? So we've got... Nope. So this is the drawing from the fishing dock, or from the mooring dock, or dock, or whatever we're going to call it. So maybe there's multiple drawing spots. Yes, yes, he's Harry Potter, grown up, and he'd never gone to magic school and ruined everyone's life. Yes. He's just boring nerd from Massachusetts. Alright, so I've already inspected that. Let's go this way. Hello? Nothing. Boat?
A boat! Teddy! Hot dog! This is our ticket out of here!
Not without Betty.
Oh. With some dismay, Edward observes that the wood is rotten. It was years since this boat was seaworthy. Edward can't help notice the gaping hole in the bow. The boat is unusable.
Besides, there's a hole in this boat. It'll sink before it gets 10 yards from shore. It's curious. The state of the boats. It's like they stopped taking care of them.
Seems short-sighted. How would they fish? Or get anywhere at all?
So I'm curious. When we were looking at the residential houses, there was the trader house, and there was the note that said, all of the children died, and this town has gone to hell, etc., etc. So why has that not played into the theory of where all the people have gone? Am I missing something? Yes, instead of being sent to live under a staircase in his relative's house, his parents said he would be sent to a boarding school in Massachusetts. So yes, one small choice can change a person's life entirely. And yes, despite being a nerd from Massachusetts, he's not very smart. Alright, we're going to keep exploring then. This place is lovely. Can I look at?
This?
Remnants of the mining operation.
What, mine?
Remember, I told you yesterday. There was a mine here, but it closed down 20 years ago.
I know, Edward. I was just checking for a sense of humor.
Nope, not there.
Still nowhere to be found. Where do these tracks lead?
To the mine. Where else would they go?
I don't know. A castle up in the mountains where the frost giants live? And this is how they receive their monthly offering of meat from the villagers. Goat, I hope.
I hope, indeed.
It's quite peaceful.
If no one was around,
Lovely.
I'd strip naked. The earth would delight in my bare feet. The wind would savor playing with my hair.
Is that so?
I don't know, I just like being naked. But not when you're around, teddy bear.
Curious statement.
I don't understand why they just leave this here. Like an altar to adversity. It's creepy.
Rustic superstition. Perhaps they believed they'd attract bad luck if they moved it.
What did they use this for?
Bringing the ore down from the mine before it was loaded onto boats.
So, diamonds? Gold? Or just boring old silver?
Iron ore.
Or what?
Rock, which contained iron
I know.
deposits that
Still, humor not found, lady. Remember? Read.
To Min On. It's a memorial. 3 men died when the mine collapsed in 1902. Georg Hatlestad, Niels Frambø, Arne Fretland.
See, this is
Oh,
what working
Arn
for
was the dead
Job.
one, okay.
Did you say Fretland?
The younger brother who was mentioned in the article. The newspaper said the accident forced the mine to shut down.
What does any of this have to do with us?
I still don't know why Elizabeth came here,
And you think it has something to do with this mine?
or with what it did to the village. Maybe. He was just 19.
How long had he been working in the mine? That's too young for a dirty job like digging into rock.
We're in the real world, Lissy. Most teeners don't have the luxury to idle away their days with games and witty repartee.
Ouch.
Ouch, indeed. Not everyone can afford to be a sassy person dancing in the woods. With or without clothing. Okay, let's, Nope, okay. Maybe we follow the tracks to the mine? Lovely bridge. Lovely. Lovely.
No trespassing for traitors.
Cool. Want to jump the gate and explore what's on the other side?
Edward isn't particularly
What do you say,
enthused
sport?
by the idea of climbing the fence and braving the path up the hill. Or Edward considers the
Eddie?
rickety gate and the
Hello?
overgrown path to the woods beyond. It doesn't look very inviting.
The
He
sign says
isn't
no
fond of
trespassing for a reason.
trespassing.
Come on! There may be trolls, or at least more houses.
No, she's over there.
Where's your sense of adventure, old sport? Don't you want to see where these tracks go?
They lead to the old mine, and no. I've had enough adventure on this side of the fence. Besides, they wrote no trespassing for a reason.
You're such a terrible bore, Teddy Bear.
Also, it says no trespassing
I'll
for
wager
traitors.
1,000 clams. You'll jump this gate at some point. if
We're
you
not
leave
traitors.
Betty's on the other side.
Frederick Fretland. Who are these traitors he refers to?
What now? We've looked everywhere.
There really doesn't seem to be anyone around.
We didn't go to the
Maybe
church.
we missed something. An important clue. How about the general store? We haven't been inside yet.
It looked deserted, but worth another look, I guess.
Alright.
What are you up to?
Delighting in the little things. They're like dew. My heart is the morning, and it's refreshed by their presence.
Where do these strange thoughts come from?
Oh, you're a funny egg, old bee.
Well, so we didn't go to the church. That was a thing. They kind of made it a point to say, oh, hey, there's a friggin' church up there. But we never went that way, so that's the thing. There's also the general store. She did say we should go to the general store. These are the residential houses. Maybe we can make it up to the church? That's the thing? Let's give it a try. Let's see if there's a way there. Kitties are being very upset that I locked them out. But they're also turds, so 1 second. Remind me, I don't remember Chekhov's gun trope. The church is way up there. You know what? Screw it. I feel like this is very narrative driven, so I probably should follow their advice and go to the general store. Even though I specifically said I wasn't going to break in there.
Where are you?
I'm down in the village, Teddy.
Well, you have fun over there. I'm going over here. Ah. Oh. There's a very angry crow having at the general store. Curious. But see, Demos, how does Chekhov's gun, the theory that everything needs to have a purpose in the story or not be mentioned, how does that resolve itself against things like red herrings, where they are specifically not relevant, but are intended to distract you or to make you think something that's not actually true? Okay. Gizmo is having emotional issues with being locked out, so he can come in. Gila cannot, because Gila won't shut the fuck up. Ah, juggling kitties. What? 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 Look at your deal. Hi. Hi. Here. Come he was technically caught in the crossfire. Gila was the poop head, and this is the little one that got caught. So, he can come back in, as long as he's not going to scratch to get back out again. Don't do it. I see you going for that door. Don't do it. No, Demos, I'm not doing treats right now because they're being poops. I don't reward poop cats. Hello, bird. Having fun, bird? What you doing, bird? Bird. Bird. Hello?
Is that? Lizzie, come here. It's Betty's hat. She was here. She could still be in there. Betty? Betty!
Are you sure, Edward? I mean, it's just a hat. Is it even a hat? I'm
I
not
know
sure.
my sister's hat, Lizzie. I have to get inside.
What about the breaking and entering part?
I could care less what they call it.
Kitties being poops, burbs being poops, everyone's being poops. Even the goat was being a poop earlier, as it tried to get me killed down the mountainside. What's with all these animals being poops?
I need to get inside. If Betty's in there.
Perhaps there's a back door. Or an open window.
Perhaps. I'll try this button again. Okay, that didn't work. Nope. Don't give me an open button if I can't actually open it. Aha.
Here's an open window.
You seem eager to break the law. I approve.
It won't budge.
Nah, don't be a milquetoast.
Well, it's stuck.
Attaboy, Teddy. You can do this.
Pull harder.
I can't believe I'm actually breaking. Whoops, Daisy.
And he cracked his head open.
Why,
Game over.
Teddy? You're such a sap.
Let me up. Let me up. Let me up. Also, I saw something written on the wall inside. I hope it's not spoopy words. Like, traitor? Oh. Yeah. Spoopy words.
Edward Charles Hart.
Dilettante, world traveler, cat burglar.
A cat burglar would, by definition, enter a building on a higher
Jeez.
floor.
The state of this place.
Oh, Betty.
Edward,
I hope you weren't here when...
is this blood?
Not necessarily human blood.
Well, that's all right then.
That
does
makes
it
it
say?
better.
Barn murder? Someone murdered a barn?
Barn means child. And mortar, that's...
Child murder. Edward, they murdered a child?
Someone thought so.
Probably the same someone who vandalized the store.
I'm not sure how I feel about being in here.
Don't be ridiculous. We're all alone. What else do you suggest we do?
Maybe not invade the home of a child murderer who's got blood everywhere? Just a thought. Just thinking out loud.
Barn means child. And mortar, that's...
Child murder. Edward, they murdered a child?
Someone thought so.
Probably the same someone who vandalized the store.
It's the same photograph as in the farmhouse,
Johan's
but
gone. At least, I assume he's the one who's been... snip.
Frederick clearly did not want anything to do with his twin brother.
Snip, snip. Anyone creepying outside? Nope, no creepying outside. Well, let's unlock this so we can get out if we need to in quick order, because that would be important. Sure, this door. I'm closer to this door. Hello? Any child murderers here?
Damnation. The hat's in here.
calm down, old boy. Anyway, how's a hat going to help us?
Who knows what else is in here? There could be more clues.
All right. Okay. Everything's Jake. We made it into the store. I'm sure we'll find a way through that door.
You know, Lissy here does not seem very supportive of the Finding Betty journey. She's like, what's the hat gonna do? Why does it matter if you found a scarf? She's not very supportive of Betty. Is she jealous? Or does Betty not exist? And I'm fucking crazy. Hello? Child murderer? Hello? Oh, unsent mail. There must be at least 10 envelopes, he notices, all of them stamped and addressed, but stuck in perpetual limbo.
These were never sent.
How long have they been piling up?
I received Mrs. Fretland's letter in June.
A couple of months. Perhaps the world forgot about Grovik.
Sassy, jelly, stubborn. Yep. Yep. Oh. I don't know how to say that.
Out of order.
Why hasn't it been fixed?
Perhaps there wasn't much demand for it anymore.
Stop pushing. Stop pushing. Why you getting so close?
S-O-S.
I'm kind of getting those vibes too, Demos.
Oh boy. If only this thing worked. We could order a boat to come get us. Or, even better, order some hot grub.
DoorDash hasn't been invented yet, lady. Pretty sure. But yes, SOS. ... ... Important thing for everyone to know. Alright, so we got potentially key.
What are you doing?
Not
Looking
key.
for keys.
Your life of crime continues.
Don't sass me. You encourage this.
The keys are all gone.
Some thieving thieves beat you to it. Rascals.
There's a note.
Is it written in Viking runes? What does it say?
That was an ominous sound in the distance. Very subtle. It sounded kind of like a creaking boat. Like on high seas, big boat.
It's from Simon.
Casa.
Casa. I don't know what that word means. Yai put it means I put. Knuckle is key.
He put the key in the casa?
Casa. I wish I had my dictionary. The note's addressed to his father.
So the key was moved. But where to?
Somewhere safer. Or more convenient.
Can we really trust your translations? You only started studying a month ago.
I spent the summer reading, and I had a lot of free time on the ocean voyage.
Come on, how much could you possibly pick up in a few months?
You know my mind, it's a sponge.
Full of holes? Soggy? It is curious, though, that that's the first word that we don't know. He's been able to read everything up so far. Put the key in a chest. Is that what casa is? Because casa, in other languages, is like house. But, obviously, Scandinavian languages are not exactly closely related. From Simon to Ruth. Lovely. They were in love. Alright, so we got unsent mail, we got sassy lady. Hi.
The key's in the casa. Whatever that is.
Don't look at me.
But I am looking at you. Sassy lady. Sassy lady. Sassy. I don't think I recall saying... Well, no, there was a chest. Keys in a box, inside a chest, inside a house. Ah, casa, casa, casa. Got it. Alright, well, I guess that means we gotta... leave? I didn't see this before.
Why would Frederick keep a list of what he calls traitors?
What did they do to him?
Cross him in some way. Why else keep a list of undesirables?
You're allowed to say shit list, sir. So we get a bunch of names of people that he thought were traitors. And I'm assuming one of those names is one of the ones that were on the house that we... The house that we...
Casa.
Casa.
That's what it means. Cash register.
How helpful for it to be labeled.
You're a genuine gangster now, old fruit. Don't worry. If you get busted, I'll come visit you in the big house.
Cash.
The Vandals weren't here for the money.
I think money was the last thing on their minds.
Key.
Wasn't there supposed to be a key?
Here it is.
Key. Which part confused you? Alright, so we have a key to the door where the hat is located. There's that sound again. I've been hearing that a couple times on and off. I'm wondering if that's just meant to be wind noises and it sounds kind of rumbly. I'm not sure. But yeah, I have no Norwegian or Scandinavian language knowledge, so bingo! We got bingo parlor back here. Nice. Also hat. Can I point at hat? Hat. Hat. No, it had to be on this side of the hat, not this side of the hat. Got it.
It is her hat.
Teddy, I'm not
Betty
sure
was
that's...
here, and not long ago.
Okay, but if that is her hat, what's it doing in a locked storeroom?
You
Another
make a good
breadcrumb.
point.
That's not an answer.
I know for sure she was here. That's what matters.
You know best, Edward.
Hmm.
So, what now? If this is a breadcrumb, where's the next one?
There must be a reason her hat's in this room.
Creaking of the houses with the wind, that's very possible, yeah.
Why did Betty leave her hat in the store?
You keep saying she left breadcrumbs. Maybe the hat's a crumb.
It's a pretty crummy crumb.
What's that?
A handwritten note.
I'm not blind. What does it say, you silly goose?
It's hard to read. I'm not sure my translation will be. Johann, you... Nectar. Refuse. You refuse to speak to me, so I write this letter instead. It's from Frederick Fretland to his brother. Simon did not... Bloody hell. Simon did not murder your Ruth. He was fond of his cousin.
Ruth. Ruth is the daughter of Anna and Johann, which means the little girl in the photograph at the farmhouse. Oh, Edward. The Fretland girl was murdered. This is simply awful.
Simon was working at the farm while I tended to the store. I would have seen him had he passed on the way up to the cliffs.
They thought Simon killed Ruth. His own cousin.
Ruth was... What's that word? Playing. Ruth was always playing on the rocks below the church. She must have fallen by accident.
Like me.
The note ends there. Frederick never finished it. And Johann never read it. Not that it would have made a difference. If Johann
The
thought...
mob showed up for Simon. His father would have tried to protect him.
September 17th. You would have been here, Betty.
Rocks below the church. Isn't the church right above us? Edward, come look at this. That's the cliff. Right there. The one in the note? I bet you 1,000,000 clams.
Where?
See for yourself.
Where? It's going, Sparkle. There's mysteries afoot. What am I looking at? Oh, look. Hey.
I guess that could be where...
Let's check it out.
No, Lissy, wait.
A bit...
This way.
This way. I'm a coming.
Teddy! Up! I found it, Teddy. The cliff.
How am I supposed to get up there?
Right below it.
What are you doing? This doesn't concern
A
us.
little girl died. We're staying in her home, for God's sake. Are you completely without heart?
Get yourself up here, Edward Harden, right this minute.
Yes, ma'am. How do I do that?
Come on, it's an easy climb.
This looks very dangerous.
Oh, you're a big boy. Start acting like it. It's not Mount Everest.
You
I don't
say
know
that,
about this.
but I had a hard enough time carrying a suitcase up a slight incline, so, you know. This might not be as easy as it sounds.
Whoopsie-daisy.
Alright, I have made it up a small climb. What's that?
What is this?
Where little Ruth died.
Ah,
Being morbid. And this is a distraction. I'm here for Betty, not because some girl
Edward.
got herself...
You insensitive brute. You're like the Tin Woodman, no heart. You've grown cold and mean in that horrid study of yours. With only books and bugs to keep you company for years and years and years. There are other people in this world, you know. It's not all about you. You're going to do this. If not for Ruth, then for us. We're going to figure out what happened to the poor girl. Together.
that was an interesting phrase. She kind of emphasized the us and together part. Indeed, the one. Flowers, he notices, are all wilted.
Dad's been here a while.
Didn't you say it happened over a month ago?
You'd think her family would have replaced it with fresh flowers.
You know, Edward, you're not smart. You'd think her family would replace it with fresh flowers. We've made it pretty clear that the entire fucking village has vanished by now. I think you'd get that little picture in your mind at this point. Alright. Well, my dear, shall we?
Where are you going?
Up. Up. I was not up.
Teddy, where are you going?
Up. Nope. Up, not up. Okay, fine. Not up. Got it. Rock.
Is that blood?
The girl could have hit her head on that rock. There would have been plenty of blood.
That's awful. I think there's something behind it.
There is.
Can you move the rock aside?
Yes, I shall touch the bloody rock to look what's behind it. Gizmo. Stop. Stop. And it's a creepy headless doll. Wonderful.
It must be Ruth's.
Where's the head?
Or maybe the killer also decapitates dolls.
Hold on. This pin. This is old. Very old. It looks like something from the Viking era.
We are in the land of Vikings.
This could be 1,000 years old. It does not belong in a child's doll.
Who cares? Ruth is dead and you're obsessing about a rusty old pin? Let's go further up. Maybe we'll find more clues. Come
I
on, old
tried.
sport. It's not far.
Can you wait just 1 minute so that I can catch my
And she's gone.
breath?
I tried to go up earlier, but they
Follow
wouldn't
the
let
same
me.
path, Betty? Or am I just stumbling through darkness?
Now I can go up. Okay.
You can see clear beyond the edge of the world.
Maybe don't lean over the part where the girl
Oh,
fell
Teddy
over and
bear.
died.
We need to take you out walking more often.
So, the girl fell from up here.
Can I
Was
not
pushed.
point
you
at it?
mean. Can you see where she fell? Seeing as you're so concerned about me falling out of trees, I wouldn't want to risk falling off a cliff.
Yeah, maybe don't lean all of body weight forward. That's generally a good Good way to off-center your balance and tumble. Yeah, she's fine. The stone, he notices, would be the likely terminating point of the fall.
If she fell head first on that rock, she'd have died instantly.
Edward, honestly.
You wanted to learn more. This is you learning more. She hit her head and fell into the bush where I found her doll. Happy now, Alice?
I mean,
Not. What was she doing up here in the first place?
Playing? She was a child. Children play in dangerous places.
yeah.
There must be
Alice.
more to it. Let's find out where this path leads.
No, absolutely not.
And she's
I
gone.
don't have time for this nonsense. We're running out of
And she's
daylight.
gone.
Betty's still... You're still out there.
This is so pretty. I like this place. I'd live here. This is a nice place. Maybe avoid cliffs. Seem to have bad track record with cliffs.
Lissy, slow down. I can't keep up with you. Who knows what's up there? It's not worth the risk of falling and breaking something. Lissy? Are you there? Lissy?
No need to shout.
You weren't responding.
Are you here, Lissy?
Yeah?
Oh,
Teddy,
My word. Look away, Lissy.
is this what happened to the villagers? They killed themselves?
It's one body. Let's not jump to conclusions.
until we round the corner.
Ugh, this is just ghastly. What made him do this? How long has he been...
From the state of the body, perhaps a couple of weeks. It depends on temperature and humidity, of course.
You know, you say did this to himself. But generally one does not hang a wooden sign around their neck when doing these sorts of things. I mean, unless this is his form of a note, does not really feel like he did this one to himself.
What does that say?
God forgive me.
Don't suicides go to hell? Isn't that what your father said when
Stop.
your mother drowned
Don't.
herself?
Ooh,
Sorry.
way to be direct about that one, Lizzie. Yikes. Yikes.
Who was he? One of the Fretlanders?
It's not Johann or Frederick. And he's too old to be Simon.
Do you think this has something to do with Ruth? Maybe she came across the hanged man before she died, and it scared her. So she ran, and
This happened later.
there's some consolation in that, I guess. Maybe it's the killer. The guilt ate him up, and he offed himself.
That's just speculation with no basis in fact. There's nothing more to do here. I'm going back. Let the poor soul rest in peace.
Does it look like he's resting in peace? You're just going to leave him hanging? You're an insensitive brute.
I'm here for Betty. It's tragic, but really none of my
Oh,
concern.
Betty, Betty, Betty. Always just Betty. You don't care about anyone else. What if that was me up there?
That
Would you
arm?
care then? All you do is obsess over a scarf and a hat and ugh.
It's all I have of Betty.
Betty, there she is again. Edward, the hanged man. Look at me when I'm talking to you.
Sorry.
All right. Edward, the hanged man, he's someone. No matter what he did or didn't do, he deserves respect. Would you please just do this one decent deed? If not for me, then for yourself. Or for your Betty.
That was said with much contempt. There's definitely some animosity there about the Betty situation. Also, look at me when I'm talking to you. And I look back and she's like, all right. And then she continues. That was great. So we've got some emotional profiles going on with this lady. Something jealousy related is going on here.
What are you doing? You can't just pull him down by his legs. Try loosening the noose.
I can't reach that far.
All right. That's quite the picture.
I'm going to be sick. I can't do this.
Yes, you can. Teddy. Edward. I know you can. You've been through much worse.
That's not comforting. You've been through much worse than untying a hanged man from a tree. Thanks, lady. Thanks for the reminder. Oh, hi. Now we're here.
Where are the Fretlands, Edward?
It's been 2 days. If they're not back tonight,
They're not coming back.
perhaps they left after their daughter died.
Was murdered, you mean? Isn't that what we think happened?
The simplest solution, he believes, is often the correct one. The villagers believe Simon killed Ruth, so
Any
he
fear
is most
thoughts?
likely dead. Yeah, very
Was
possibly, yeah.
probably murdered.
And you think Simon did it?
Your guess is as good as mine. It could have been an accident.
You're really not helping.
Can we talk about this tomorrow? I'm sorry.
You're exhausted.
I buried a corpse today, Alice.
I know. I'm sorry. Why don't you sleep in the guest bedroom?
The couch is fine.
We never found the guest
Fredlands
bedroom.
could still come home.
All right. Just don't come crying to me if you wake up with a crick in your neck. I'll be up for a while, if you feel like talking.
Aw. That was the closest to warmth that she's had, other than sass. Such a motivational firecracker. Yeah, she's a piece of work. Can I explore more? So we're in the kitchen. I never actually got to explore the kitchen before.
What did you find?
Someone tried to burn this.
Just like the book. Isn't that odd?
It's addressed to Mrs. Fretland. My dearest Anna. It's from her sister, Margaret. Frederick's wife. The two brothers married sisters, remember?
Yes. And it's adorable. Keep reading.
I really shouldn't.
Really? How else are we going to figure out what happened? Keep reading.
My dearest Anna, I miss you so very, very much. The baby is due soon, and I wish for our family to reunite before... It's been 7 years since the dreadful incident at the mine. Can we not convince Frederick and Johann to forgive and forget? I know there are things Frederick has not told me about what they found and why they parted ways. Their grudge is tearing us all apart. Frederick won't even let me speak to half of our neighbors, accusing them of treason. He's so very angry and full of regrets. It's eating him up. And we...
And we what?
The rest is unreadable.
Margaret reached out to her sister. But I guess it didn't work.
This was written before Simon was born, but burned recently. I really thought I'd find Betty today.
Well, I told you not to get your hopes up, Edward. I mean, We just got here. It's a big place. She could be anywhere.
It's just the thought of her alone out there in the dark.
She's a tough cookie. Your Betty. Tougher than you, teddy bear.
That she
true,
is.
Yes. All right, let's see if there's anything else to explore. I want to see if we put the hat on the mannequin. Oh, hi. You're just gonna follow me from room to room. All right, that's fair. It's lovely. Look at that sight. It's gorgeous. Oh, we got a fire going. Nice. That's pretty. Oh, I didn't see this one before, did I? Not gonna read it. Not gonna comment on it. Oh, okay. I guess I must have seen that one before and didn't remember it. That's fair. So, hat. Place hat. We are slowly recreating Betty.
What are you doing?
Betty will want these back.
I don't think it's healthy
Not now,
to...
please. I'm exhausted.
Stop giving me sass, girl. So we're supposed to sleep here. Can I go upstairs yet? I haven't actually gone upstairs. Am I allowed? I am allowed. Okay, we're going upstairs. I'm exploring. Tobacco. Alright, so this is Ruth's room. Hello?
Where are you?
Hi.
Alice.
Over here, Teddy.
Okay. She said that with such enthusiasm before I thought she was in trouble. Look at that. Look at that view. It's a lovely view. Alright, so there's nothing in Ruth's room. Another fireplace. Did we go around the entire house lighting candles? Like, is that what happened? Alright, we're reading. Read. Oh, sweet Jesus. Let's see. August 3rd, 23. This morning I had lemon juice and hot water with no sugar instead of tea. I also had half an apple and dry toast. I've been gaining weight lately. I read a lot about this diet in the paper. It's apparently very popular in London. But I am dreadfully hungry. I crave fried eggs and sausages. Alright. August 4th, the next day. We received an odd letter yesterday addressed to Johann. It's from an American gentleman, Mr. Edward Harden of Hanover, Massachusetts. The letter was well written and very polite. Mr. Harden received our information from the Ailsland police, sure, when he requested contact in Grovik. I do wonder why they gave him Johann's name and not Frederick's. Perhaps our dear Margaret is no longer with us, and I am better prepared to respond in English than Frederick. Oh, Margaret is no longer with us. I don't remember that happening, at least not in the information we've gotten so far. Mr. Harden inquired about his sister, Elizabeth Harden, who was traveling on her own. Apparently she's a journalist. Imagine that, crossing the Atlantic Ocean to write about Norway. That sounds wonderful. The letter said Elizabeth telegraphed her brother from Aisland to inform him that she planned to visit Grovik. Why she'd want to come to this dreary old place, I have no idea. There's nothing here worth writing about anymore. His sister has not arrived yet. If she had, I would have tired her out with questions about America, being a journalist and traveling the world on her own. She sounds so interesting. I hope she does come, even though she'll surely be bored out of her mind. I'll write Mr. Harden today. Johann is not comfortable with writing letters, especially in English. He agrees that we should invite Mr. Harden to stay here, if he decides to come. After all, there are no guest houses in Grovik, and our spare room is rarely used. Also, I have to admit, having a visitor from America sounds terribly exciting. August 5th. This morning I had a boiled egg and buttered toast after Johann told me I was being silly and that I do not need to lose any weight, seeing as we're not in London and no one cares. Alright. So this appears to be Anne's journal, and Anna, whichever the other twin lady is called, Margaret and Anne or something like that. Oh, there was more pages. Oh, we'll come back to that in a sec. We got a note over here. We got music. The Draugen Waltz. That was lovely. And now that we've played it, we're probably going to get haunted by ghosts. Alright, let's see if there's more to the journal. So, August 3rd was crappy diet. August 4th was the excitement of Elizabeth coming to town and Mr. Edward Harden coming to town. And the 6th was giving up on the crappy diet. I also forgot to click the turn page button. Turn page. Oh, there's so much diary here. I wrote Mr. Harden to invite him to stay at the house if he decides to come. I am terribly excited. I do worry for his sister. I wonder where she could be. August 9th. There was an argument in the shop earlier today. Frederick was yelling at poor Astrid, claiming their goats had been grazing on his land. I wanted to speak up, but I knew it'd only make him angrier. August 10th. Johann went across the fjord this morning to purchase some necessities, including new fabrics, and to pick up the post. The letters have been piling up in the store. Sometimes I worry the world has completely forgotten about us. A week later, I finished another dress today. This one's for myself. There are no customers anymore. No one here needs another dress, and it's been ages since we visited the city. I hardly know anyone there, and who would want their dresses made in Grovik when they can have one tailored in Ailsland? Yes, I feel lonely today. I miss my dear Margaret so much after all these years. August 20. I think Ruth is hiding something from me. She's been awfully secretive. She goes off on her own even more than usual, and her clothes are filthy. I don't mind her playing and exploring, of course. I always did regret Margaret and I not being allowed to run free when we were little. Ruth says she's just looking for flowers and pretty rocks. I shouldn't worry so much. 21st. Simon stopped by today with a gift for Ruth, a whole bar of chocolate. He's a sweet boy, but Frederick would be furious if he knew. August 22. I asked Ruth if she plays up by Frederick's farm or near the old mine. She promised she doesn't. I have never had a reason not to trust her, but I still feel she's hiding something from me. I looked at her drawings while she was out. She's got such an imagination. September 5th. We received another letter from Mr. Harden. He'll be here in October as planned. I look forward to having someone else to speak with, if only for a few days. Not that Johann isn't good company, but we have little to converse about outside of our daily routines. There's been no sign of Mr. Harden's sister yet. If she left Ailsland a week ago, where should she be? She may well have decided to stop along the way. We've heard nothing, but we so rarely speak with anyone outside of Grovik these days. I do hope she's all right. I would hate for Mr. Harden to come all this way to no avail. Ruth is still being secretive. I know she's hiding something. One of these days I will follow her. September 9th, so 4 days later. No church service again today. The vicar hasn't been back since the memorial service in July. Johann believes he won't be back, and that he's given up on Grovik, like everyone else. I think I'm coming down with a cold. A week later. Someone damaged our boat during the night. That's the third one this month. Johann suspects Frederick, of course. I feel something is bubbling to the surface again after all these years. I'm not feeling well and spent most of yesterday and today in bed. Ruth was sweet and brought me potato soup and tea with honey and milk. 3 days later. She left us. Our dearest Ruth is gone. I cannot believe it was Simon's doing. He too is now gone, and with him all hope in Grovik had left in it. Wow. Okay, so Ruth died, and then Simon died. I think we've kind of sort of gotten information that someone killed Simon as retribution. Demons. Demons everywhere. Oh, we have a lovely spot out here with the view. The view. Look at that view. Lovely. It's gorgeous. Do we have a drawing spot up here? No, we do not have a drawing spot. We don't even have a rest and stare spot. So we can just rest and stare. Gorgeous. Okay, so we went into Ruth's room. There was nothing in there. So I was kind of expecting some information about Ruth, but there was nothing. A locked door. Interesting. Interesting. Is there a reason we're not using the guest bedroom? Either way, nothing in here for me to do, so let's check out Ruth's room again. They mentioned the drawings in her room, in the journal. I'm curious if I missed seeing something. Drawings. Ah, so that's twin daddies yelling at each other. And that's probably Ruth, and that's probably Simon. Doing the whole Romeo and Juliet thing. Got it. Okay. We have... Well, that looks kind of creepy. There's also actual words there, but I can't read Norwegian, so I'm not going to read that. We have Ruth finding a treasure. Now, whenever a journal or a mother says something like, "Oh, that child has such an imagination," we know that that child doesn't actually have an imagination, and they are actually experiencing those things, and the parent just doesn't want to believe. It's a casa! So it's entirely possible that Ruth did indeed find a treasure chest. And maybe, for example, that would be the pin that was on the doll. Maybe that's part of the treasure. Maybe it was cursed treasure. Perhaps. Bear pig. We're missing the man. We got creepy, funny looking thing. Ugh, God, no. Who would want that in their room? Alright, well that's all there was to upstairs. Okay, that's fine. Alright, time to go to sleep. Oh, hi. Jesus. She startled me. I don't know why she startled me. I'm just kind of expecting her to be, like, prancing about. I didn't expect her to be lurking behind a doorway. Alright, let's check our face and our mental state.
You do look exhausted.
Go to bed, Edward.
I'll tuck you in.
Thanks. Something's up with that mirror. Not the mirror necessarily, but the looking at oneself in the mirror and only having the face coming out of the darkness. Something's up with that. That might just be a stylistic choice. There might be something more to it than that. It's hard to say. Alright, guess I'm sleeping. Do you not sleep? So, hold up. Last night, when my head exploded, she sat down and we did the whole lap pillow thing, which was adorable and probably signifies something important. But then she got up and left and pranced and trounced through the village. And now it's night and we're gonna sleep. And she said that she's going to stay up a while. Is she going to sleep? Does she need to sleep? Should I be worried about her inner demons? Don't kill me in my sleep.
Quite the day, huh?
I'm ready to pass out. Where will you sleep?
I'll be up for a while. My mind's simply racing.
Don't stay up late. Wake me if you hear the Fretlands arriving.
Of course. And I'll keep my eyes open for any ghosts that might want to haunt you in your sleep.
There are no...
Hush now. Sleep.
Suspicions abound. Day 3. So yeah, we got here day 1. We slept to day 2 and she didn't sleep. Slept to day 3, probably not going to sleep again. And when I asked her if she was going to sleep or something, she sounded very suspicious. And of course she's gone again. Because God forbid she stays in one spot for more than 2 seconds. She's a ghost! I'm thinking she's either a ghost or a figment of my imagination. I can't decide which yet. Okay.
Alice!
I'm upstairs.
Oh, upstairs. Okay. Oh, is this where I just jumped the gun on going upstairs, and now I'm gonna go explore upstairs and...
Is that you?
Hi. Yes, that's me.
Alice?
In here.
Yeah, she went to Ruth's room. So I think now is where we go into Ruth's room and find information. I think I just jumped the gun a little bit. Well, so the journal mentioned that Edward sent a note to these people and said that he was coming to look for his sister, but that they had not seen her, and they weren't aware of her coming to the town. So they were aware of Edward coming looking for Betty, but they weren't aware of Betty. They had never seen her. So that's the gist of what I got from the journal. So as far as I can tell, Betty never showed up, or at least didn't show up while people were here. Whatever happened to these people, Betty may have come afterwards. But, yeah. Hi.
This is her room.
Yeah.
Are you paying attention? Ruth,
Yeah. Yeah.
can you imagine? One moment you're living a perfectly happy life, and then
Dead.
nothing. Darkness. Forever and ever. Maybe there's something here that can tell us what happened to her.
Oh,
This
I
is a
didn't see
waste of my
that
time.
one.
We might be the only ones left to tell her story, Edward.
You're just being melodramatic.
Why are you so grumpy?
I'll help you look.
And now she smiles. So she was grumpy. Okay, fine.
There's
She won.
still no sign of the Fretlands.
Maybe they left town after Ruth died.
What's the point of this? I should be looking for Betty.
I
Betty,
hate you
Betty, Betty.
sometimes.
I hate you sometimes. So she is definitely salty every time Betty is mentioned. Alright, fine. Now I can look at these things.
Ruth was an artist.
This is very primitive.
Have you ever met a child, Edward? She wasn't Monet. She was 8. That must be Ruth and Simon's fathers.
Perhaps. They weren't on the best of terms.
They look like they want to kill each other.
To a child, maybe it looked worse than it was.
Children are more insightful than you give them credit for, Teddy Bear.
Okay. Picture book.
Draugen.
Hey, the undead monster from those folk tales you read.
What an odd book for a child to have.
I don't know. Children love scary stories. This looks interesting. Read some of it to me, please.
That was kind of adorable. Alright, we're gonna sit and we're gonna read scary stories about Draugen.
In Norwegian folklore, The appearance of Draugen, the reanimated corpse of a drowned mariner, heralds death. Draugen haunts the black seas in a shattered boat. The beast has a man's body and wears a sou'wester, but instead of a head, there is tangled seaweed, and the revenant's chilling cry freezes mortal blood to ice. Draugen has the power to enter the dreams of the living. If you wake from such a dream, you have been spared, though someone close to you... That's enough of that. It's nonsense, of course. Not something a child should be reading.
Do you think Draugen took our boat? Maybe he's out there, on the fjord, waiting for nightfall so he can return to shore.
No.
No.
Your soul lacks poetry, Edward Charles Harden. I pity you.
So, this game is called Draugen. And we just learned about the Draugen. We have had our boat gone missing. There are other boats that have been destroyed. I had what appears to be a spoopy dream. Think we might be onto something.
What am I looking for?
Anything out of the ordinary. Something that could explain what happened to Ruth.
This is real life, not a whodunit by Agatha Christie. There won't be a convenient series of clues leading to a tidy conclusion.
Says you.
A little bit of fourth wall breaking there, perhaps. Let's do the treasure.
She found something.
Where's that supposed to be?
The cave. Or the...
Mine. It could be. But what did she find?
something important
Treasure.
enough to draw.
Treasure. Yeah, that was definitely a little bit of a fourth wall break. That's also real creepy. I hate porcelain dolls. They're fucking terrifying.
This must be the village church. That's Ruth and her family on one side of the aisle.
Yeah.
Simon and his father on the other.
Yeah.
The community divided.
Yeah. Indeed. Okay. And we have bedpan. Lovely. Bed.
She made her bed that morning. Before she...
Or her parents did. It doesn't matter. It tells us nothing.
Why are you like this today? Betty's not the only person in the world that matters.
She matters the most to me.
Ain't that the truth?
The salt. I can see it flying in the air. I think that's the last one. The one I didn't see before, or this is a new one. The Draugen.
Ruth never finished this. What does that spell? F-O-R-B.
For Banelson. The curse.
Who's that figure supposed to be? It's creepy. It looks a bit like the Draugen in her book.
A figment of her imagination. But the box she drew. It looks like this box under her desk.
Uh-oh.
Really? Let me see. Pull it out.
We're gonna get cursed. We're gonna get cursed.
What is this?
I believe this might qualify as actual treasure.
That pin.
Is that Norwegian?
Yes.
Sort of, but ancient. Viking coins.
Are they valuable?
Not in terms of monetary value, but historically. They belong in a museum.
Looks like Ruth had her own private museum.
Why would a child have these artifacts?
She must have enjoyed collecting and playing with them.
These are much too precious to play with. She should have given these to an adult.
She was a child, Edward. To her, they were just shiny toys. Wait! The pin! On the doll!
This is where it came from. Her collection.
But where did she find these treasures?
If we're to believe her drawing, perhaps the mine. She may have found a gravesite. Wherever she found them, she wanted to keep them hidden.
You think someone found out?
These items wouldn't necessarily be worth much, except to a historian or archaeologist.
What if this is how... I mean, if someone learned she'd been collecting treasures, they might be willing to do terrible things.
Perhaps. There's also the possibility of the Draugen and the curse. I mean, she did potentially find these in the mine, and the mine did potentially have some sort of incident that involved someone dying.
There's a story here. The treasure box, the drawings.
The overactive mind of an imaginative child.
She didn't imagine the Viking artifacts.
She didn't imagine dying either.
You shouldn't be so dismissive. The drawings could be her way of dealing with traumatic events.
This is what happens when I read you the principles of psychology. You get notions.
You say that like it's a bad thing. Ruth was troubled. The village was troubled, and... Is that a bell?
Church bell. Someone's here. Maybe Betty.
Why would Betty ring the church bell?
Perhaps she's in trouble. I need to get to the church right now.
Wait, isn't it more likely to be the person you saw the other night? We should be
I told
careful.
you, I'm not sure that was anything. Come on.
Go ahead. I'll catch up with you before you get there. I need a minute to think about all of this.
Daniel Downcliffe. So the
Do you
church.
see anyone?
They must be inside the church.
Also not exactly visible from here. Alright. Looks like I'm going to the church. And I'm going alone because she needs a moment here to brood. Stew and all that salt, perhaps. Hello, creepy deer. Jeez, that got loud. Ding. So where am I going? Am I going that way? Or am I going this way? I think I'm going this way. Let's go this way. This is gorgeous. I'm not going to stop saying it. This is gorgeous. I like everything about this whole level design. Or, you know, Norway, maybe. Maybe I just like Norway. Oh, we got a drawing point. I found a drawing point. We're going to take a moment. We have an urgent dinging that we need to address, but we need a moment to draw. Sometimes when inspiration strikes, you just gotta stop, pick up a pencil, and start drawing. Okay. That's good enough time for a drawing. Let's take a peek. Yep, that was a drawing. Yep, he drew the houses down below. Lovely. Good job, man. Gorgeous. I'm looking at the well. There's nothing in the well. Okay. Alright. Time to church. Goats. Goats. Who's taking care of the goats, by the way? Or are they just taking care of themselves?
Where are you?
Oh, right. Forgot she was staying behind. I do appreciate that we have an F to Lizzie button, though. Are there any other games that have calls like that? So we've got X to Jason and we've got F to Lizzie. Are there others? Also, why am I so pasty? I look up at the sky and I'm just glowing. That church looks boarded up. Notice.
July 24th. Memorial service. A commemoration of the accident at the mine this past summer. No services after that.
All these fresh graves.
She caught up.
Do you think that maybe
No.
Betty...
I'd know.
But
You wouldn't understand. Elizabeth and I, we have a bond.
God, Edward. Your obsession with her is really starting to grate.
The salt. It flows. So, fresh graves. We got 7 fresh graves? 6. This one doesn't look very fresh. We have 6 fresh graves. Nope, sorry. 3 more over here.
Why board up a church?
To keep the ghosts from escaping?
Regardless of how they got past the boards, there's someone in there.
Boards.
Who did this?
Someone who'd lost their faith.
I know, right? The angry face.
Gone fishing?
God is not here.
Well, of course he isn't. You won't find God in a church. God is the wind in the trees, the grass between your toes, the brook that runs
That's
through.
nature, not God.
Can you peek through the boards?
Never mind. Don't worry about it. Look.
See anyone?
Spooky.
No,
Listen. The bell. They're still in there.
Are they though? Are you sure it's just not that rope dangling in the wind?
Hello? I heard the bell.
This is giving me
I'm
the
here to help.
heebie-jeebies.
These boards look flimsy enough to break.
Are we breaking and entering the church now? Can we not just go around? The answer is no. No, we cannot. Okay. Also, there's a very slight spooky music sting happening, and it's kind of spooky. Alright, Edward, all of your manly strength put to use. You know, that manly strength you haven't showed up until this point.
Look at that. The Ethel becomes an Edward. I didn't think you had it in you, old fruit.
Be quiet.
Tone down the sass, lady. Alright, are we going in? We're going in.
Betty? Are you here? Hello? This is Edward Harden. I'm looking for my sister,
Stop
Elizabeth.
shouting, Edward. We're alone. There are only ghosts here.
There are no ghosts.
I don't know about that.
That was a suspicious thing to say. There are no ghosts. I don't know about that. She's like, hey, don't dismiss my existence. Oh yeah, he hulked out briefly. All right, this place is lovely. Hello? Anyone up there? Okay.
Lissy, look. Betty's gloves.
Oh, we're finding more traces of her.
They are definitely Betty's.
Oh, for
She got
shit's
these
sake.
in Boston before she left for New York. She bought them at Woolworth. I remember the day She's here.
Where? And why would she leave her clothes lying around? It doesn't make
Breadcrumbs.
sense.
She's sending me a message. She knew I'd recognize her gloves, her hat. She's left a trail for me to follow, like Ariadne's red thread.
We're not in a lab.
Betty will have left more crumbs.
Betty, you're turning into such a pill.
So angry. So angry. Turn that frown upside down. Look on the bright side. She's probably dead. That actually almost got a smile out of her. Alright. Alright. What? Oh, rope. Right.
What's this rope for?
The bell.
I have screenshotted the Angie face, yes.
This is the bell we heard ringing?
I don't see any other bells.
So you have to stand here and pull this rope to ring it.
Yes.
Yep.
There was no one here. You didn't see anyone, right?
Nope.
No. No one.
Ghosts. I'm telling you, it's ghosts. So what happened to the hunchback of Grovik?
They must be here still. There's only the one exit.
Maybe it was the wind.
A church bell's too heavy. It can't have been the wind. I mean... I don't know. Maybe it was the wind. There's no one here.
I agree, Demos. I'll make sure to get a good, clean shot of Angie face. Or Betty face, whichever. Alright.
What
So
happened here?
The sign on the door. God is not here.
I heard a thump.
Their faith was challenged. And it didn't survive.
Alright, let's talk, because apparently the button says to talk.
That bell still bothers me.
Didn't you say it was the wind?
I guess it could have been the wind.
Once you eliminate the impossible, etc., etc.
Alright. People.
The final dinner.
The Last Supper. Who taught you about the New Testament?
I pick up on things. Most folks aren't heathens, like you.
Alright, Gila is having emotional distress. He is very dense, though. Like, we have all picked up on her feelings for him. I mean, this has been pretty obvious throughout. So, if he's not picking up on it, he's either dense or actively choosing not to acknowledge those feelings so as not to cause problems, or he's a little bit too hung up on his sister, if you know what I mean. All right, I need to address Gila one sec. He hasn't calmed at all. However, we are going to do a treat time, because that might tone down the kitties a little bit. Gizmo, he wants a treat too. He really wants a treat. Treats. We're doing. It's real dark on the treat mat. I have a light for the treat mat. My goodness, kids. Neat glow-in-the-dark treats. I am fairly certain that glow-in-the-dark treats would not be terribly healthy for them. Thanks, the one. I planned ahead. So while that goes on, let us explore the rest of the spoopy haunted church.
They considered this a sacred place. For them to destroy it. This was an act of desperation, and anger.
Can I get in? Oh, right. Open. Alright.
I've never seen you read the Bible before.
I've read the Bible many times. It's an important historical document.
So we have an underlined section.
For he is our peace, who hath made both one, and hath broken down the middle wall of partition between us.
Did you just translate that into Olden English?
I happen to know the verse by heart.
You still manage to surprise me sometimes.
For he is our peace, who hath made both one, and hath broken down the middle wall of partition between us.
Did you just
I have
translate
a-
that into Olden
I have a
English?
hard time
I happen to know the verse by heart.
mentally grasping
still managed
Olden
to surprise me
English
sometimes.
phrasing. I'm not entirely sure what that's referring to. So if anyone wants to translate that into real English, please let me know.
Jesus looks sad.
What reason would Jesus have to be happy?
Don't be blasphemous.
Given that this is all fiction, blasphemy is a contradiction.
Oh, snap.
Heretic.
Heretic.
What are you doing? We're in a church.
Thought you didn't believe in God.
I do believe in civility.
I like that snarky little heretic. It's great. What you doing up there? What you doing up there? Just having a little sit. Just perching. Whatever you can find.
What's that?
The last sermon that was held here.
What does it say?
The vicar's handwriting is hard to decipher, and the language.
They do kind of act like an old couple.
He talks about the village being divided for 20 years. This sermon was held on the anniversary of the accident this past summer. He's asking the congregation to help heal old wounds, to forgive, move on. Something to the effect of, you sit in separate aisles in God's house.
Like Ruth's drawing. I told you, she was perceptive.
Also, that scripture makes a little bit of sense too.
It sounds like Grovik was split in two, between those who stood by Johann and those who supported Frederick.
Because of Ruth?
The sermon is from before that. No, this is all about the preceding 20 years of division and disagreements. Tilly varandra.
Edward?
Forgive each other. It addresses Johann and Frederick directly. But I wonder if they were even here.
Remember the wedding picture? They were close friends once. How could they allow their grudge to escalate until...
You call each other traitors, but the only thing you've betrayed are the bonds that unite us.
Lots of creaking and crumpling going on around me, and I can't look up. Also, that part that she said about how can people let that resentfulness grow. She's kind of doing that with the Betty thing. Just saying, let it go, lady.
Here's something else. Many of you believe Grovik was cursed 20 years ago. God has not cursed you. This curse is of your own making.
Ruth's drawing mentioned a curse. What do you think that means?
It means they believed they were cursed, and that they needed something or someone to blame for their misfortune.
Or they actually were cursed because of whatever happened in the mines. Where'd you go this? Oh, Jesus. So the noises that I was hearing was actually her getting up and doing stuff. I just pushed a button. Nope. Stop button pushing. But yeah, the noises I was hearing was just her dropping down from her perch up there to go balance beam over here. She just can't sit still, can she? All right. The last thing I think in here is this.
The church book, a record of births and deaths.
So we can find out what happened to the people in the village?
And Elizabeth. I mean, if she was dead...
Her name would be in the book.
Oh, that was the first time he even mentioned the possibility that she might not be alive.
Tore it to pieces.
I don't think the missing pages left the church. Look.
Ah. I was wondering about those pages. I saw them laying around. Alright, well, let's pick up some... Oh. Fine, I can't pick up that page. I can only pick up this page.
How many pages are missing?
I counted 4.
They're probably all still here. I know. Let's make it a competition. 1-0 to Team Me.
Nope. Me next.
I wanted you to find that one. I know what a rotten loser you are.
Hey, don't call me a loser.
Found another one.
Oh.
You get it. It's right here.
Can't be bothered to stop
Just one
balancing
more
on
page
things.
missing.
Gonna make me pick it up. Also, has she interacted with anything? I mean, other than like balancing on shit, and I mean, she does a lot of balancing. She walked on the rails. She was walking on this thing. She walked on that thing over there. She sat up there. She hasn't interacted with anything. In fact, she just said, "Hey, there's a page there. You should pick it up." Nudge, nudge, wink, wink, hint, hint. So, suspicious. I mean, we've had some suspicions all along, so, I mean, this is just one more step in the suspicion train. Yep, no more kitties. I gotta go turn off that light. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, she wouldn't touch the hanged man either. I mean, granted, I can absolutely not blame her for not wanting to touch the hanged man, but still. You call an emergency meeting on that, sus? Yeah, I mean, she's not really teleporting everywhere. I think if I weren't like nose down in a book or whatever, I probably would be able to follow her movements. But yeah, she is not touching anything or interacting with anything.
Isn't this a fire hazard?
They're not always lit. Each candle represents a single prayer.
That's a lot of prayers.
There were a lot of deaths.
Indeed. People's deaths. Note. Alright, let's continue looking. I don't see any more. Pull. I just wanted
I
to.
don't like that sound. Please stop.
She doesn't like the church bells, you say? Can I say
Stop
anything?
it.
I mean, she's always trying to get my goat. I might as well try to get her goat back.
Stop it.
Stop it. Okay, fine. I don't see any more pages.
We need to find all the pages.
I know, but I don't know where all the pages are. I don't see any more pages. I mean, we've got
They
Mass.
considered this a sacred place.
We've got
For them to destroy it,
book. We've got Jesus. We got
this was an act of
candles.
desperation.
We got people.
Anger.
We have sermon. I can't crouch, so there's that. I guess. Oh, yeah. No, that was it. Okay. We got that. We got this. We got that. Have fun up there. Having fun. Okay. Maybe it's outside? Page?
Going.
I'm trying to find pages. So I'm not allowed to go. Okay. Under? No, not under. I don't actually know where another page would be. Can Can I get back here somehow? No, okay. Huh. I don't see any more pages. Hey, ghost girl, can you find more pages?
The missing pages must be here somewhere.
You're right. I agree. But where?
We need to find all the pages.
You're not helping.
The missing pages must be here somewhere. We need to find all the pages.
I'm gonna make your face glow.
The missing pages must be here somewhere.
Okay, fine. I'm gonna pull the thing again because this is the only thing I can really interact with currently.
Stop it.
Stop it.
Stop it.
You stop it. She can't hide it in her pockets, Havenpunk. We've already covered this. She's a ghost. She's not allowed to touch anything. Oh, maybe Paige's backyard?
Where are you going?
I don't know where I'm going.
Where are you going?
I don't know where I'm going.
Where are you going?
I don't know where I'm going. Alright, so it's got to be in here. Because she's getting antsy about me leaving the place. So it's got to be in here somewhere. And this is probably just me being blind, honestly. So if anyone sees it, by all means, let me know. I was kind of thinking it might fall down from the rafters up there, but... yeah, blocking the vision of the page. Yeah, she's probably dancing right on top of it, honestly. But I mean, she's standing where the previous page was. So we found 3 of 4. I'm not seeing any other hints, and usually we have the dots, like the dots that show an indication of an interaction or something like that. I'm not seeing any dots floating around other than the ones we've already played with.
Considered this a sacred place. For them to destroy it.
Well, I'm up here now.
This was an act of desperation.
I don't know if I
Anger.
need to be up here, but I'm up here now. And I'm down here. Ah, shit. Caused a problem. Demos, are you talking about that little balcony? Yes. I've caused a problem for myself. They left a little ramp for me to climb on, and I fell down a hole. Do we have an unstuck button? Nope, but we have an F to Lizzie button. I don't think we have an unstuck button. Might need to save and reload. Damn it. Sigh. Actually, no, it'd be a great time for a little BRB. So BRB. Okay, back. He looks way too bold in the menu. Yeah, he's got the whole like cocky anime guy with the glasses look, where they push up the glasses and they get the shine effect. All right, let's continue. Okay, where is it gonna load me? Please say not behind the railing. Ah, here we are.
The church book. A record of births and deaths.
So we can find out what happened to the people in the village?
And, Elizabeth. I mean, if she was dead...
Her name would be in the book.
Alright, so we open the book and page is torn out.
Vandals. Tore it to pieces.
I don't think the missing pages left the church. Look.
Alright, so page numero uno.
How many pages are missing?
I counted 4.
They're probably all still here. I know. Let's make it a competition. 1-0 to Team Me.
So she's gonna lounge there. She's gonna lean, and then she's gonna wait for me to find this one. I'm not going up there this time. Have I? Oh,
Jesus looks
we're gonna
sad.
repeat some of these just because I want to cover. I want to make sure that they're all marked off
I've never
as
seen
completed.
He is our peace, who hath made both one, and hath broken down the middle wall of partition.
Because I don't know
between us.
which ones
Did you just...
They considered
need
this
to
a
be marked
sacred
off.
place. For them to destroy it.
The final dinner.
The Last Supper.
Isn't this a fire hazard?
They're not always lit. Each candle represents a single prayer.
Oh,
That's a lot of prayers.
There were a lot of deaths.
it was up here.
I wanted you to find that one. I know what a rotten loser you are.
I know you mentioned that earlier, Demos. I had been up here, but I didn't see the page.
What's that?
The last sermon that was held here.
So again,
What
I'm
does
just
it
marking
say?
off all the
Because
things to make
handwriting
sure
is
the
hard to
dialogue is
decipher
checked
in
off.
The language.
Mm-hmm.
He talks about the village being divided for 20 years. This sermon was held on the anniversary of the accident this past summer. He's asking the congregation to help heal old wounds, to forgive, move on. Something to the effect of, you sit in separate aisles in God's house.
Like Ruth's drawing. I told you, she was perceptive.
Yes. Yeah, the scripture that's in the Bible, the page
Edward?
that's open and underlined is definitely related to breaking down
Addresses
the
Johann
walls
and
and
Frederick directly.
making both sides
I
come
wonder if they
together.
were even here.
Remember the wedding picture? They were close friends once. How could they allow their grudge to escalate until...
You call each other
Jesus helped
traitors.
too much, merged them all into one little
Thing you
blob, and they all
betray
disappeared.
Are the bonds that unite us.
The
Sounds
forgiveness
like Norway
singularity.
was split in two. Between those who stood by Johann and those who supported Frederick.
Because of Ruth?
The sermon is from before that. No, this is all about the preceding 20 years of division and disagreements. Here's something else. Many of you believe Grovik was cursed 20 years ago. God has not cursed you. This curse is of your own making.
Ruth's drawing mentioned a curse. What do you think that means?
It means they believed they were cursed, and that they needed something or someone to blame for their misfortune.
Okay, so I found that note. Interesting that she's where oh,
Found
she's
another
up there.
one. You get it. It's right here.
Oh, so she gets to find this one then. Okay.
Just one more page missing.
Interesting. I'm gonna go find it. Also,
What's this rope for?
The bell.
This is the bell we heard ringing?
I don't see any other bells.
So you have to stand here and pull this rope to ring it.
Yes.
But there was no one here. You didn't see anyone, right?
No. No one.
Ghosts. I'm telling you. It's ghosts.
it's always ghosts.
So what happened to the hunchback?
Ghost
of
goat.
Govik?
They must be here still. There's only the one exit.
Maybe it was the wind.
A church bell's too heavy. It can't have been the wind. I mean... I don't know. Maybe it was the wind. There's no one here.
Ghost goat.
I don't like that sound. Please stop.
That right there also is interesting. The fact that she doesn't like the sound of the bell when I pulled it. She had no problem with the bell sound before. But she specifically got a little bit antsy when I pull the bell.
2 for 2. A tie. Good job, Teddy. Old
Stop,
bean.
Lissy. This is not a game. Betty's out there.
Of horse feathers. Stop being so gosh darn tedious, Edward. Bitty, bitty, bitty. Will you ever shut up about your precious Betty? Put those pages back in the book, and I'll stop trying to cheer you up.
If that was you trying to cheer me up, I would hate for you to try to be mean to me. Jesus, girl. Oh, yep. Burbs are poopy today. Maybe the burb was having a little bit of a face bash against the bell. Maybe. Alright, so we found all the things. We shall rearrange the pages.
This book goes back years. It lists births and deaths. Here's the 3rd Fretland brother. The one who died in a cave-in. Someone added the word for Banelson, probably quite recently.
What does that mean again?
Curse. That word is all over this book. Not just the men who died in the mine, but other deaths in the last 20 years.
Ruth's drawing and the sermon both mentioned a curse. What do you think it means?
I don't know. There were surprisingly few births.
Perhaps they blame that on the curse as well.
Maybe. Yeah, that's a little bit of a final test, the one. I don't think we're ready for that test yet.
Look here. Ruth Elsa Fretland. She was buried in the cemetery. And the next entry, Simon Fretland. Now this is interesting.
Simon is dead? Oh, that's dreadful.
He drowned the day after Ruth died. Probably no coincidence. See what's scribbled next to it?
Mord?
Murder.
Who killed him? Ruth's father? Or the mob that trashed the store?
It doesn't say. After the children, a half-dozen deaths in a single week.
The curse.
It's listed as the cause for every single death.
Maybe there really was a curse.
Primitive superstition. But something changed after Ruth and Simon. It might explain why there's no one around.
Because they're all dead?
If it killed everyone, how's that not a curse? What does that word say? Next to those names at the bottom. Foredar.
Traitor.
So we've got the girl, Ruby, Lucy, Brunhilde died by the fall, and then Simon died after by murder, drowning. And then we got curse, lots and lots and lots of curse. Then we got a couple traitors. Okay. And caramel dancing.
Edward? What's wrong?
The final entry. There's no name. Alice, what if...
Oh, Edward, no.
Betty,
It doesn't mean she's...
she's not dead. She can't be. I know.
Teddy.
I need to see the grave for myself. It's not Betty. Betty's still alive.
Teddy? Where are you going? Don't leave me!
Oh, that pleading, though.
Edward!
You better not be here, Betty. I'll never forgive you. This one. It's unmarked.
What are you doing? Have you gone completely mad?
Yes,
Edward,
is the
stop
answer
it!
to that. Yeah, they're both losing it. Although if she's just a figment of his imagination, then she's losing it because he's losing it.
Thank God. It's not her. It's not Betty. It's not her.
Oh, Edward. What have you done?
I don't know.
It's not Elizabeth. I was so afraid.
You're a monster.
But I had to be sure. If Betty...
To hell with your Betty! When did she ever shed a tear for you?
Don't talk about my baby sister like
Or
that.
what? Or what, Edward? What will you do? Ignore us? Banish us? You've spent your entire life chasing her. When are you going to do something useful with what's left of it?
Quiet! Just leave me be.
Fine.
Oh, shit. There it is.
Lizzie,
Banish us. Yeah,
Alice?
I heard that too.
come back. Don't leave me alone. Please. Come back. I need you. Lissy? Where are you? Lissy? Alice? Alice, please. Come back to me. Where are you? Don't leave me. Lissy? Where are you?
Curiouser and curiouser. I mean, we kind of suspected that all along, at least that she wasn't real, whatever else is going on. But still don't really have any more answers, other than confirmation that yes, indeed, she is
Alice,
not real. Oh, there she
please.
is.
I was afraid you left me. Now listen to me. No!
I didn't get a chance to click a button. Come back. Night with the raid. Hello, Night. Night and friends. Hello, everybody. Talk.
Lissy.
Come back. I want to talk. Sorry,
Hey.
demon girl. I'm sorry.
Lissy, please listen to me. I didn't mean what I said.
Yep. Poof.
Of course you meant it. Everything's always about Betty. Betty, Betty.
I care about you both.
Until it really matters. Then it's obvious who matters more.
I thought she was dead.
I wish she was!
Oh,
Don't.
damn.
You deserve to be alone.
Hey. Come back.
Where are you? Don't leave me. Lissy? Where are you? Lissy? Please, talk to me.
What's there to talk about?
You can't keep running away from me.
You think you own me? That you control me? That you get to decide how I feel and what I do every minute of every day? That I'm your puppet, your little plaything.
This calls for
Fuck you, Edward
couples
Charles
therapy.
Hardin. I never should have come here with you on this pointless chase.
Now, be reasonable.
Hey. No treats right now, Night. Kitties are being cooperative. I don't want to upset them. Stop vanishing. Trying to have a conversation here, lady.
What are you doing?
Oh, hi.
What I should have done years ago. Maybe now you'll learn to appreciate this.
Now listen to me. Please listen. Hear me out. Don't do this. You can't do this to me. I need you. I'm not whole without you. I can't lose you. I can't live without you. Don't, please, don't, no. What? No!
The thump. Question marks?
Oh, Alice. What have you done? Please, be all right. Please, don't.
You make me sick.
Jeez,
Edward.
hello?
Your mother and father would be ashamed.
Random
Elizabeth
winged lady.
would be ashamed.
What's going on?
They did not think you deserved their love, so they abandoned you. Don't. Oh, my child. We are all that you have, and we love you. We are here. With us, you are never alone. Do not forget.
No, never. Never. I never forget. I am never alone.
What? Well, that kind of answers the us question. There's clearly more than one lady in there. He's got creepy weeping angels and sassy lost children in
Wake
his
up,
his head. Hi.
Stop hiding.
He thought he'd left his demons behind him in his genteel prison, but they had come with him. Without her, he is nothing. Her absence feels like drowning. He has lost an entire day, and he fears for her. He fears for Betty. You.
Where you go, we go, Edward.
Please put him back on his
Cannot
meds.
hide from us.
Where's Lissy?
Alice is not here.
Bring her back. Please. I need her.
Alice does not love Elizabeth like you do.
She loves me.
Not like I do, Edward.
I'm so tired. Please.
What do you want?
Oh,
I think of you so often.
hi.
You have no idea.
You just want me to forgive you so that we can keep looking for your precious, perfect Betty.
She needs us.
She never needed you, Teddy Bear. And she certainly doesn't need us.
I can't find her on my own.
Well, it's just too bad, my darling Edward. Because we're done playing second fiddle to little sis.
Wait, don't go. I'm talking to...
Oh, and she's gone.
To you. Lissy. Oh,
Well, Edward, you've made a right mess of things. You've pissed off the girls in your head. Now they're all mad at you and you're gonna have to do some things to make up for it. Now it's all rainy out. Oh, she's here. Hi. Won't please? Why won't she listen? Please.
please. Lissy? Listen. You can't keep vanishing on me.
Try me.
Why are you so angry?
You do not know anger, Edward.
Did you ever meet my father?
Alice does not want to speak with you.
And what about you? Are you going to help me?
God helps those who help themselves.
I
So
don't
that's
need
God?
God's help. I need Lissy.
Do you, though? Did you ever?
What? Of course,
That. Stop that. Really hard to have a conversation with you disappearing like that. She refuses to listen.
Alice, don't go. Hear me out. I depend on you both.
You can never depend on other people, Edward.
Hi.
I'm not sure you count as other people.
Everyone leaves, one way or another.
You don't. You can't.
Is that a challenge?
Stop playing games.
Are you ordering me, Teddy Bear?
I'm asking you.
Didn't your father always tell you to stand up for yourself? To be a real man and not a sissy? Maybe that's why he put the gun to his head and pulled the trigger. Kaboom! He was so disappointed about what his only son had turned into.
Oh,
You're
damn.
a monster.
Takes one to know one. Old fruit.
Interesting. I don't know if we can take what she just said at face value, but... So his father killed himself with a gun. His mother killed herself by drowning. No wonder this dude's got mental issues and crazy, sassy ladies in his head. Are you upstairs this time? Where you hiding?
I gave you this jacket. Betty.
Oh, we're on the Betty train again.
You were here.
Was she here though, or is Betty just another sassy lost girl in your head? No, look at me. No, hey, rude. Stop. She must listen
Lissy, I'm
to
tired
me.
of chasing you. Alice, be reasonable. I'm trying to talk to you. Lissy, look. Her jacket. I'm sure it wasn't here yesterday, which
Jesus
means
Christ,
Betty was
Teddy.
here. Perhaps when we were out yesterday.
Betty,
She must have...
Betty, 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 Betty.
Hi.
You love Betty more than you love us. But don't you see? What has Betty done that we haven't? What can she do that we cannot? We've always been there for you. Why do you keep looking for her?
She's real. You're not.
So?
What?
Hi.
You decide what is real. We are real to you.
We'll never be the same.
I have several additional questions.
She does not want you.
Who are you talking
Why
about?
do you think Betty left? She was sick and tired of us. She wanted to escape.
Like mother.
Drowning herself because she couldn't stand being around us.
Hey,
Like father.
mean.
Right in the coconut.
Stop.
You drive them all away, Edward. All into death.
Please.
But not us. We're always here for you.
I beg
You
you.
are never alone.
Stop! Leave me alone, both of you!
You want to be alone?
You really want to be
I'm
alone?
getting fucking whiplash here, ladies.
Fine.
Chill.
You're alone.
For good.
Oh. Well, that was ominous. Hello?
Lissy,
Hello?
come back. Please. Don't leave me.
Hello?
I lied. I don't want you to leave me alone.
You know, it's kind of an abusive relationship. They keep mentally tormenting him and pointing out the fact that his parents killed themselves because of him. That's just mean. They're not very nice, crazy ladies in my head. Right? They're freaking scary when they team up against me. I mean, okay, if he's being mean to the girls in his head, it's probably because they've been tormenting him for quite some time, and he's probably got a couple screws loose. So, I mean, he may not be the nicest of people, but I can understand him being a little bit uppity with the girls in his head. He's got emotional issues. This door is still locked. That's probably an important door at some point. Betty's probably been there the entire time, just having a nap. The whole time we've been looking for her, and she's just been having a nap in the next room over. Alright, I'm gonna see if I can put the,
I don't want to be alone.
I'll see if I can put the stuff on the statue or on the mannequin and see if we can have...
Please. Lissy,
a Betty replacement. We've already got the gloves taped on. Put the coat on. Can we have a lifelike Betty replacement now? Perfect. Perfect. Oh, it's getting dark. Uh-oh. Day 5.
Betty? Elizabeth,
Can't get up.
is that you?
Help. Ah, Betty, there you are. I've had this weirdest dream. I had 2 crazy ladies in my head talking to me, and you were missing, and there's no one to talk to.
Are you upstairs? Betty, I'm coming.
Oh. Uh-oh.
I knew you were here.
Oh, this isn't going to be good.
Wait there. I'm on my way.
I think that direction, that's the locked door.
They didn't believe me, but I knew you were still here.
I'm just checking other rooms just in case. Nope, okay.
I'll be right there.
He is so far over the bend, it's all straight now. Like, he has lost everything. He has lost all semblance of normalcy.
Are you upstairs?
Betty's probably imaginary too. He never had a sister.
Betty, I'm coming. Betty? Betty? Are you in there? Open the door. I'm coming in. Stand away from the door.
He's also imaginary. He doesn't exist either. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Betty? No.
Uh-oh.
No, 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 no. Oh. Oh, thank you.
Oh, thank you. It's just some random other dead person.
I thought it was you, Betty. But who?
It's a good question.
Anna.
She was sick. She didn't make it. Why am I so obsessed with Edward? He's not real. Go away, Edward. Get out of my head, Edward.
You said this was a gift from another unlucky suitor.
He knows the lighter is precious to Elizabeth and an object of sentimental value. Betty would not, he believes, have left this lighter here by
It was
accident.
precious to you. You wouldn't have left it here unless... a signpost. A breadcrumb.
More breadcrumbs.
What's so important about the Fretlands?
It's a good question. Aside
will
from the
figure
fact
this
where they're
out.
all dead.
I will find you. I promise.
They're all dead. You're not going to get back up again, are you? Okay.
It's from Johann. Addressed to his wife.
This is the work of a man in great distress, he thinks. A man at his wit's end. Can't look at the handwriting. Okay.
Did you notice the handwriting, Betty? He was clearly distraught. Knock ere knock. Enough is enough. After decades of strife, I pray that God will... Tilly, forgive me. I am tired of secrets. For 20 years I have kept my silence about our discovery, but my silence has only led to misfortune, and my cowardice has only led to death. I will make Frederick pay for what he has done to us, for what they have done to our Ruth. When it is over, I will let the ocean take me to you and Ruth. May God forgive me. Anna was already dead when he wrote this. He had no one else to confess to. What now, Betty? Johann went to confront his brother, probably at Frederick's farm. And then? You followed Johann to Frederick Fretland's farm, and then to the mine.
I can't select anything else. I think it broke.
You wouldn't let this go, Betty. You'd follow your story to the end. All the way to the end.
I mean, it might still be his own private hell and he's dead. Or he's just insane and it's his own private hell. He could be in a padded cell for all we know.
Did you go to the mine, Betty? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Alright, away we go to the mine.
So where is Frederick's farm?
That way. I like how we now have a press F to talk to Betty instead of Lizzie. We've given up on them already.
The gate. Frederick's warning. The path leads to his farm. The farm is on the way to the mine, isn't that so, Betty? Are you still at the farm? Or did you go all the way to the mine? I need to see what you saw. Follow your story. The red thread you left for me. I'm on my way, Betty.
The bird.
What led you to this place?
The bird.
Betty? Betty? Elizabeth? Where are you?
Alright, fine. We're going over. We're breaking and entering. Screw our morals. We're done with
All
this.
these fragments. You'd piece them together into a story, wouldn't you, Betty? So, what do we know?
Again, I can't select. I can't select. Something has happened?
Johann and Frederick are partners.
Might need to reload again.
Terms. Something happens in the mine. Disagreements lead to a falling out. And at the end of it all, 20 years later, Johann walks this path to confront Frederick.
Alright, let's reload quick. See if I can choose options. Something definitely broke when I interacted with that last letter. Yes. Love your voice, but I don't got time to listen to it right now. We will never know because Edward got stuck in the same spot and died of dysentery like everyone else in the village. It wasn't a curse, it was just a disease. Okay. Bird. Climb.
What led you to this place?
Now I can no longer
All
run.
these fragments. You'd piece them together into a story, wouldn't you, Betty? So, what do we know?
Frederick Fretland. See, it's messing up again. I can't point to anything else.
Johann
All right, fine.
and Frederick are partners, and on good terms. Something happens in the mine. Disagreements lead to a falling out. And at the end of it all, 20 years later, Johann walks this path to confront Frederick.
So that way to mine. Oh,
Was this your doing, Johann? Did you burn your brother's farm to the ground?
rude.
And where were you, Betty? Did you witness their fall?
How am I gonna unlock this?
What do you reckon, Betty?
Mine opening? Oh, we must have had the date for the mine opening. No, apparently. That was not the correct answer. Alright, fine. We're gonna keep looking. Oh, it's so dark. Nope, okay. So we might have to come back here then to get whatever's in the safe, because I don't see any other options. Unless there was some sort of piece of information I was supposed to have gotten a while back. It's a creepy ass noise. More creepy ass noises, great. So the mine barbed wire is here, okay. There's a path that way. Fretland Mining Company, AS. Locked. Fine, be that way. I guess we follow this path. Margaret Fretland. 1880 to 1909. Simon Fretland, 1909 to
Simon's
1923.
Born December 5th, 1909. Died September 17th, 1923. The safe. Frederick would choose numbers that meant something to him.
Indeed.
Why bury Simon here and not at the cemetery? His wife's grave is also here. Perhaps Frederick wanted nothing to do with the church or with their god.
A likely story.
Really use your imagination, Betty. You'd figure this out in no time.
I still have the question of whether or not Betty actually exists. So Margaret, her death date is the same as the kid's birth date, which is not abnormal in the early 1900s. So that's unfortunate. So let's go back and check the safe, because I'm curious. Can I... Yep. Let's do Simon's birthday.
Let's try Simon's birthday.
Yeah, that's what I said. Let's try Simon's birthday. Aha! Alright.
Another Viking artifact, Betty. Most likely from the same treasure Ruth found.
And probably cursed like the rest of it.
Postmarked in Boston. That's a curious coincidence.
Indeed.
Dear Frederick, I hope this letter, it's in English, Betty. Hope this letter finds
talking
you
to Betty?
and the boy in good health. We're concerned about you both. No word from you for almost 2 years now. All of us still heartbroken about Margaret's passing. We know things have been difficult for you and Simon.
So he's randomly talking to Betty. Like every once in a while he's like, what would Betty do? But then he's like, hey,
Mr.
talking
Fretland,
directly to Betty.
we expect you to take care of this problem. If the discovery is made public, the authorities will intervene and the mine will be shut down. Should this happen, we will consider it a breach of our contract and we will withdraw our investment. You and your brother will be responsible for all debts and losses. Johann must be convinced to wall up the chamber. We have already dealt with the worker who made the discovery.
Dealt with. Walled up the chamber.
The Fretland Mining Company. This must be for that locked shed.
Pretty sure we're definitely dealing with a curse of some sort.
You
Now,
went to the mine. I hope our guardian angel watched over you.
our guardian angel? So wait. The angry winged lady had something to do with this? Probably not, but I don't know. I don't know. But we have a curse. We have a missing sister.
All right, Betty. So what happens next in your story?
Okay. I can't select discovery, so we're going to have to pick argument.
Johann and Frederick discover something in the mine. A cave or chamber of archaeological value. They argue about what to do. If the discovery is made public, it's the end of their enterprise. Johann is convinced, or paid, to walk away. Their secret stays hidden. Then, a few months later, the accident. 3 men die. The investors pull out. The mine shuts down. Frederick's up to his neck in debt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Shit is indeed about to hit the fan. So the thing I'm not clear on is whether his insanity is at all related to the curse. I think we might just have 2 separate things going on here. A little side story, perhaps. So he's insane. Like, no question about that. He is definitely insane. Does his sister actually exist? Seems kind of like she might, if that letter was legit. She might actually exist. Or did. Whether or not she's still alive, up for debate. And then we have the mine, which was cracked open at some point and found treasures, which seem to have unleashed a curse upon the town, which may actually still exist despite his insanity. Okay. Okay. We have arsenic. Great. That's usually a bad sign. Although, isn't arsenic also used in some mining? I don't think it's used in iron mining specifically, but I think arsenic is used as a mining chemical. Could be wrong.
Cursed mine in Grovik. Locals struggle with bad crops and livestock deaths and blame it on... They thought they were cursed because of the mine. A thing like that becomes self-fulfilling. If you believe you're cursed, every misfortune feeds the delusion.
That is true. That is definitely human psyche 101. Alright, so we have letters that I can't touch. Alright, we're going out the window. It is for mining extraction, and yes, arsenic, among many other horrible things, were prescribed during Victorian age for various ailments. Like, I know cocaine was in cough syrup and stuff like that. This is set in the 1920s, yes, 1923 specifically.
20 years pass.
So I can't select feud. We know there was a feud, but we have to select curse.
Fretland feud tears the village apart, setting neighbor against neighbor. And then, Ruth stumbles across the secret in the mine. After all this time, the truth may finally come to light, but she dies. And the day after, Simon is murdered.
Best way to cure tuberculosis was to send people to the mountains. Oh yeah, that's safe. Definitely safe. You didn't die though. Congratulations, Edward. So can't go back that way. That's the barbed wire.
It's a catalyst. Old grievances resurface. No matter who you stand with, you're a traitor. Things escalate. More people die. From disease, despair, suicides, murder.
Murder. Alright. Climb it, bud. We know you can. Climb it some more, guy. No? Oh, this way. Climb more. You could do it. Lizzie believes in you.
Did you come here to tell their stories? You were always braver than me. Always curious. Always pushing the boundaries. Betty? Betty,
Betty, Betty, Betty.
if you hear me, just stay put. I'm almost there.
Betty, Betty, Betty. Insert
All
Lizzie
because of
Angie
the
face.
mine. Because of what they found there. And what they covered up. There was no one to stop it, Betty. They were alone. That's the real curse of Grovik. Isolation.
Bird. There you are again, Bird. Always there for me. Always pointing out the obvious that clearly I need to have pointed out because Edward is a little bit dense, as we've covered.
Did you come here to tell their stories?
Bird.
This place is cursed. Ridiculous.
You say ridiculous, but you do have two angry women inside of your head. Is it really that ridiculous? Just say it. Oh, we found the head.
Ruth was here the day she fell.
I can't select any of these things. I can't select. This is sad. I can't. I wish I could. Demented and insane instead of dense. I mean, he can be three things. Yeah, I don't think the isolation is their real problem. I think the real problem is actually the curse. I can't select anything but Simon, so we're selecting Simon.
Ruth was here, but there was someone else, and she ran all the way to the cliff where... Do you know what happened, Betty? Did you witness it?
Well, that's ominous. And we're going inside. Of course we are. And we have never once picked up a flashlight, so...
Hello? Betty, are you in there? Please answer me.
Brilliant. Yeah, we've never picked up a flashlight. There has been no source of light that we have had access to, so... Into the creepy depths we go. Oh, right. We got a lighter. Forgot about that. This is Betty's lighter. Alright. In we go. Definitely nothing creepy about a glowing mine that is most likely cursed.
Betty?
Bird. 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 Seriously. I mean, I appreciate you helping, Bird. Is this a Norwegian thing? Crows helping with pointing out information? Bird. That's not where you belong. Picking it up. There's a whole arm coming through hole?
Oh, Betty.
No, okay.
This is Mother's brooch. You always wore this. You wouldn't take it off unless... You left it here for a reason.
I heard that.
What am I not seeing?
What are you not seeing? Ghosts, perhaps? Oh, no. I heard that. Just don't. Alright, looks like we're putting our head in a hole. Putting our head in a hole. Jesus, bird. Hi. Uh-oh. 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 Fucking run? This is literally as fast as I can run. I'm trying. I'm trying. Alright, well, we're not going back in there.
Edward! Edward!
Betty? Elizabeth? Is that you?
Edward?
I'm here, Betty!
Where are
It's
you?
Edward! I'm on my way, Betty. What? I can hear you. Hold on, I'm almost there.
Power walking. We're power walking our way out of disaster, yes.
Stay where you are. I'm coming.
I'm coming.
Stay put, Betty. I'm coming for you. Betty?
Oh, now he can get over, no fucking problem. Okay.
Edward!
When he's properly motivated,
Betty! I'm on my way.
he can go through most obstacles, no problem.
Elizabeth? I'm on my way. Don't move. I'm coming for you.
Edward, please! Hurry!
I'm working on
I'm
it.
coming, Betty. I can hear you. Hold on. I'm almost there. Stay put, Betty. I'm coming for you.
We're coming.
Edward!
Betty? Betty? Elizabeth? I'm on my way.
Edward!
Don't move. I'm coming for you.
So she was back up at the house all along.
Just stay put. I'm here, Betty. It's Edward. It's me. I can hear you. Hold on. I'm almost there.
Oh, Edward! Hurry!
I'm coming.
If this is Angel Lady, I'm gonna be salty. Mimicking her
Edward,
voice
is that
like that.
you? I'm in here.
You're here. You're
Uh-oh.
inside the house.
No. No. It's... No.
Isn't that right, Betty? You're finally here. You're here. You're inside the house. Elizabeth,
Yeah.
there you are.
Yeah.
Finally. You have no idea how long I've been looking for you. You had me so worried.
He knows Elizabeth so well. Every part of her, her scent, her clothes. She's complete, and she's here. He found her.
Look. Your brooch. Mother's brooch. You must have lost it at the mine. Let me put it on for you, Betty. I wouldn't want you to lose it again.
Yeah. There you go, Betty. There you go, Betty. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. She lost her color.
She's been dead for 30 years, Edward. Elizabeth was never here. But we didn't come for her. We came for Johann, and Anna, and Frederick, and Simon and Ruth. We're here to tell their stories.
No. Elizabeth. She's here.
You know Betty died when she was a baby. She drowned in the pond. And you found her. You were just 11. You carried her to your mother. And your mother...
She hated you for that.
She could never forgive you for bringing her baby to her. And you could never forgive yourself for what she did after. You always forget this. Because you don't want to be alone. So you bring Betty back. Again and again. To New York. To Boston. To the house. But always just out of reach. Never quite there. The scent of her. The echo of her. But never really her. And all it does is make you lonelier. But the thing is, Edward, you're never alone.
You have us.
Yes.
And you'll always have us.
The crazy ladies in my head. Really
Betty's-
great.
She was never there for you. She couldn't be. You can't lose us. We're a part of you.
Forever. And ever. And ever.
Not helping.
But you need to let Betty go now. There's not room for all of us in there.
I couldn't save you, Elizabeth. I'm so sorry.
Wow. Greta Gaynor.
It is as painful to wake from a vision as it is to be born anew.
Just a picture of a random movie star that he was fawning over as his replacement for his dead sister, who died when she was a child. Wow. Wow. Sad indeed. This man has been through a lot. Lizzie, are you talking to me again? Hi, Betty. Good morning. Good morning, Betty.
Goodbye, Betty.
Wow. Also, that is exceptionally creepy. It started off looking like a very nice Viking brooch, and now it looks like a Lovecraftian tentacle horror. Very sad indeed.
Lizzie, are you here?
Oh, shit, Lizzie is here. She's talking to me again. This is good. I mean, if you're gonna have a pair of imaginary ladies in your head, you might as well be on good terms with them.
Had your noodle juice yet?
I might be weaned off this stuff.
Boo. Don't lose your taste for tea, old fruit. It keeps you human. We have unfinished business.
You don't say.
Final piece of the puzzle.
Ruth.
Come on. Let's go back to where it started. We have an appointment with a ghost.
So, we do have two entirely separate stories going on here then. We've got his life trauma, and apparently the imaginary ladies that have been in his head helping him survive life, apparently. But then we also have the curse situation going on here.
Such an amazing view, isn't it? And the air. Ugh,
It's lovely.
boy. That sure is something.
What did you want to show me?
Come sit down. Why did we come here, Teddy?
To Grovik? Well,
Elizabeth may be a specter, he thinks, but she still holds power over me. He was drawn here as though this place has an ethereal weight to it. What if, he thinks, the answer is simple and logical, a conversation in a public place, a name subconsciously registered? I have a feeling she's not going to want to talk to me if I say Betty again, so we're gonna go with his logical response.
A letter to Frederick.
The one you found in his safe. From Boston.
I may have overheard a conversation somewhere, paid it no attention, but the name stuck. And Betty... And I spun a story around it that put us on this path.
Do you really believe that? I mean, how often are you around people?
Fair. That's fair. Betty.
To find my sister.
But Betty's not. She was never here. It doesn't make sense.
Okay.
Some places have gravity.
What are you saying? Gravewick's gravity pulled us across the Atlantic Ocean?
Grovik. No, I'm not saying that. That's irrational.
But you believe it, don't you? That we were summoned to tell their story.
I'm a man of science. I don't know what to believe.
And yet, here we are. All three of us.
Is this what you wanted to show me?
I wanted to be close to her. Do you believe in ghosts, Edward?
You know I don't.
Well, you've been chasing one for years.
That's different.
What about me? Us.
You're not ghosts. You're alive.
Fair enough. So
Hmm.
what really happened to Ruth?
Hold up. You're not ghosts, you're alive. I got nothing. Because she keeps hinting at the ghost thing. She keeps saying there's ghosts over and over again. He doesn't seem to want to accept that, even though he knows that they're not real and they're in his head. He seems to understand this concept. And yet they're also real. Alright. She must have been killed, thinks Edward. It can't all have been because of an accident. Or, so much misery is entropic, he knows. Chance events that cascade into accidental avalanche that destroys people. Let's go with murder.
She was probably murdered.
By Simon?
The stranger. Simon was a convenient scapegoat. They needed one to focus their rage, blinding them to facts.
No. I don't believe it was Simon.
Then who? Frederick? The hanged man? Someone else?
Does it matter?
Maybe not. So she ran from the mine. And she came here. And then someone pushed her? If only she had wings. Like a bluebird. She could have soared away on autumn winds.
Chances are Crow
But
instead.
why was she killed?
Treasure. Oh, mine.
Because she was playing where she shouldn't.
The secret the Fretlands had kept for a generation. If people learn the truth, it might tear the community apart. So she was murdered, and the village was cursed. I hope she's at peace. And with God. Do you think that's where everyone's gone?
Edward believes that there's only darkness after death, but strange as it may seem, Alice has her own beliefs, and it feels almost cruel to deny her those. Or he has no faith in an afterlife. He saw into his mother's dead eyes, he saw the gunshot wound in his father's head, and he knew then that heaven was a lie. You know what? I feel like he would want to appease her.
Heaven? They're dead. I don't know what that means. Maybe there is more. I can't stop you from hoping. We'll never know what happened to everyone in Grovik.
We tried our best. We'll remember them. All of them. Maybe that will give them some peace in the afterlife. Could this be your book, Edward? The one you've been wanting to write? A story about people who are isolated. left behind by the world. You can give them all a proper ending, with no annoying loose threads. Edward, is that...
A boat?
A boat.
Wow.
Who cares? Let's catch it before it sets out on another adventure.
The boat came back. Huzzah.
Understand how this can be.
Draugen got tired of sailing around in it and brought it back to us.
It
Thanks,
must have
Ghost
been the
Man.
wind.
Whatever helps you sleep at night, teddy bear. Let's blouse while the weather's still good.
I need my suitcase.
So get a wiggle on, old boy. I'm going to say my goodbyes to all the things. I don't think we'll be back. Meet you at the house.
Bye. And she's gone again.
My goodness. Righty-ho. No rush. We have all day.
Interesting. Interesting. So I think they're giving me a chance to find anything else that might be out here, like drawing locations or revisiting the lost the notes and stuff. That kind of thing. She's abusing the console commands with the no clip. Oh, I missed a draw spot right here. There's probably an achievement for getting all the draw spots, honestly. I'm not sure I will be able to find them all. But this is lovely. And you know, when there's not spooky goings on, this is a delightful game. Alright, Perry Hatter, you're done. Well, yes, and this was literally labeled as a Fjord Noir game. So yes, it is definitely noir inspired. But it had some spooky elements. It had some pretty significant psychological trauma, which is it does feel like this has a little bit of Lovecraftian influence. Just from the leaning on heavy psychological trauma. That was definitely a Lovecraftian thing. The hints of the Drauger were interesting, because it felt like that was going to go somewhere. Another draw spot. It felt like they were going to lead the Drauger into the discussion somewhere. And maybe some of the choices I've made influenced that slightly. I don't know. But Lovecraft was about insanity in general, whether things causing insanity or insanity causing things. This does at least have a bit of a Lovecraftian feel to it. Not wholly, but it did have the Drauger, which could have been an intended monster feel. But yeah, it definitely was missing the mutated body horror and other stuff that Lovecraft tends to lean into. And I was wrong. This never mattered. This never came into being. This never did a thing. I thought the stone circle was going to be something relevant to the story. But no, nothing happened. The real curse was people all along.
What a beautiful day.
It is. It is lovely.
Oh, look at that. The ground's finally dried up. Really is lovely here.
It is.
The wind and the ocean are like music. I think I'll miss this place.
Hey, Lizzie said we don't need to leave.
The air really
invigorating.
Lizzie said we could just
feel like
live here.
trying anything today.
And quite frankly, with no one left in the town, other than ghosts, which clearly we're comfortable with, we could set up shop here.
We're in no rush. The boat's not leaving without us.
Hey, it left without us before. You can't really say that with certainty, dude. But yeah, we could just live here. It'd be fine. Him and the crazy ladies in his head.
You know, this house is starting to grow on me.
See? We don't gotta go.
I almost wish we had more time to dig deeper into the history of Grovik.
Just gotta clear out a couple corpses. It's fine. And the goats. We've got goats. See? Oh, hi.
Come on, Teddy. Pack your things. I'll meet you by the boat.
Do you never sit still?
Nope.
Don't be a wet blanket. Let's make like the wind and get out of here.
And she's gone again.
You know, this house is starting to grow on me.
No, there's no proof that Lizzie was ever a real person. There's Lizzie and there's the Weeping Angel. They didn't go into where they came from. Just that they were there for him as he was grieving his family's implosion, with his sister dying and his mother dying and his father dying. I'm pretty sure that they were just kind of hinting that they were born out of his imagination to help him cope. But they've also kind of hinted that Lizzie and the Weeping Angel were real. So I don't know exactly. I'm not sure we're going to get an answer to that, unfortunately. We just kind of came to terms with the fact that Lizzie was in our head and okay with it. No, I'm not going to pick up Betty. We're going to leave Betty behind. You're still looking all right there. Not looking too different. Still worn out. And no, I'm not going to pick up Betty. We're leaving Betty behind. We're moving forward. Done. No. Leave her behind. There you go. There might be an achievement for looking in the mirror every day. Goodbye, Betty. You'll be missed. I don't want to set the world on fire. You know, honestly, if this were me in this situation, no real home to go to, no family to go back to, pair of relatively friendly, crazy ladies in my head, I'd stop here. I would make this home. I would like this place. This place would be nice. The mine caved in. We don't need to mine here. We do need to get the ferry back up and running, though. We need that connection to the mainland to have some bare necessities. But we got goats. Goats are fine.
Come on, let's go. Row, Teddy, row.
All right. Goodbye, Grovik. I'll miss you. Nice place. Won't miss the corpses, though. You can keep those. Then away we go. And I did not bring Betty with. We left Betty behind. We're moving forward with our lives, leaving old baggage behind.
The water's still cold.
It's a fjord, Lissy, and it's almost winter.
There'll be snow when we get back to Hanover.
The house will be warm.
Are we going to be all right, Edward?
I think so.
Unless the Draugr jumps out right now. No, he lives in Massachusetts. Well, that was lovely. Oh, there's a lot of Hanovers in the world. I used to live on Hanover Street. Jane Perry as Betty and the Entity. The Entity formerly known as the Weeping Angel. That was wonderful. I thoroughly enjoyed that. Great writing, fantastic music. Lizzie was adorable, very energetic and sassy. The twists and turns kept on moving. I loved it. It was a very interesting story. I liked that we were dealing with the mystery and his insanity. I liked the mixing of the two, because you couldn't really tell where any of it was going, because you couldn't tell which thing was happening. Now, I did get an achievement for leaving all the things behind, which was probably related to me leaving Betty behind. So, probably get a different achievement and a possibly different ending if I had packed up everything, including Betty, and took her with. He used to live close to Hanover, PA, indeed. Yeah, there's Hanovers all over the place. There's lots of repeat city names in general. If I ever get dementia, I'm totally visiting Grovik. Yeah, that was wonderful. I liked it a lot. It was... I would say that was a right amount of horror for me, especially earlier in the season. There was not much horror. There really wasn't. There were a couple spooky moments. There was a jump scare or two, especially the bird flying out of my face at the end there. But it was more psychological trauma and horror. And psychological horror can be almost worse, because you know it could be in your head at any time. It was definitely a mood. There was a lot of mood going on. But it was also delightful. There was a lot of nice, peaceful moments in that. I enjoyed it a lot. Co-funded by the EU, Creative Europe Media, and the Norwegian Film Institute. This actually got a lot of awards, if I recall, and it's highly rated on Steam. I liked it. I don't know if you saw that, but he just tried to bite my finger. Oh, she's humming again. So, I wonder if Draugen has another meaning to it. Because we didn't get a Draugen. Other than the creepy-ass brooch and the storybook on the girl's nightstand. Oh, Edward and Alice will return, you say? There's going to be more story? Interesting. I'm here for it. But yeah, there was no Draugen. There was constant hinting at a curse. There was the treasure. There was the book and the brooch. and her drawings. But there was nothing. You got the finger bitey clip? Nice. He is the town, and his life has been cursed. It was all in his head. So are we just rowing? We're just rowing and humming? Is there something I'm missing? I know there was a pop-up that said something like escape to escape or whatever, but is this the ending? Or is something gonna pop out at me? Or are we just gonna row forever? I think that might be it. I was kind of hoping for some sort of after scene, but Edward and Alice will return. We have the hint of future stories. So this was actually made by the same people who did The Park. Oh, he hums. He hummed a little bit. Good, getting in the spirit, Edward. I do have The Park on my list. I think that one might be more jump scary, but I want to do it anyway. And I like their style. They did good. So yeah. I think we're just going to leave it here. Just this dark screen with the water lapping at the boat. The occasional humming. That's a nice ending. That's a good story. And I appreciate you all being there for it. So, Demos, The One, Midnight, Tracy. Hafen Punk was also out there at some point. Night might still be lurking. I do appreciate y'all being there. And enjoying this journey with me. It was quite the experience. And we got it done in one night, so I didn't have to split it up. It was good. So yeah. Thank y'all for coming. I'll see you next time. Bye.